tackle list, and he's been a tremendous addition to the Tiger football team.
Yes, he is.
That's going to wrap it up for this interview. I invite you to listen to the radio broadcast tonight on WPKY 103.3 FM and the live stream, and this is for audio purposes only at WPKYonline.com. The live stream video will air immediately following tonight's game at Tiger Stadium. Join Dennis Stevens, John Miller, and me for the broadcast tonight. My thanks again to head coach David Barnes, and for WPKY, this is Bob Hayes inviting you to tune in to tonight's broadcast.
Hi, Caldwell County. I'm Allie Coleman with First Southern National Bank, and I'm ready to service your next loan. Whether you're wanting to build your first home, buy an investment property, or add square footage for your growing family, we can tailor a solution just for you. Stop by my office at 101 West Washington Street in Princeton, or give me a call at 270-365-3545 to apply today. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409424, NMLS 1002990.
It's time for the McGregor Group pregame show on 1580 103.3 WPKY, your home for Tiger sports.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tiger Stadium. Tonight it's the Caldwell County Tigers and the Trigg County Wildcats in what could be a district-clinching game for the Tigers. Big night here at the stadium, Bob. Senior night going on, so we're going to let you catch up a couple, and we'll follow through as we introduce a lot of seniors here tonight for the Tigers.
Recognizing our 21 senior and one senior manager, Cameron Baker, number 45. Cameron is the son of Billy Baker. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a linebacker. Now, number 6 being introduced, Caleb Burden. Caleb is the son of Nathan and Eva Hart. He has been on the team 2 years and is a linebacker.
Bob, he transferred over from Trigg County.
He is a native of Trigg County and now a resident here of Caldwell. Number 3 being introduced, one of the cornerbacks, Dylan Cavanaugh. Dylan is the son of Carol Boston, represented by his grandmother, Deborah Trusty, and his aunt, Annette Boston. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays strong safety. Next up is number 22, Gabe East. Gabe is the son of Amy and Bobby East. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a free safety and slot receiver.
And you get it near his hands, if you overthrow a pass, he's going to pick it off.
He's got hands. He plays a mean center field, and he gets the ball in his hands. It's not going anywhere but to his chest. Next up for the seniors, it would be number 78, Cole Freilich. Cole is the son of David and Sherry Freilich. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays nose guard.
And as we said, several seniors on the field tonight for the Tigers. We'll go through the whole list here with the public address announcer, Frankie Brown. Next up for the Tigers is number 23, Jordan Hardy. Jordan is the son of the late Timothy Hardy, represented by his aunt and uncle Allie and Chris Bissell. He's been on the team for 4 years and plays linebacker for Caldwell County. That's number 23, Jordan Hardy. Special night here, Bob. You've been through this. I've been through senior nights in various sports, and it's just a big night. I think maybe more for the parents at times.
Well, it is certainly emotional and at the same time enlightening too, Dennis.
Next up, number 44, Mitchell Harrelson. Mitchell is the son of Brad and Jamie Harrelson. He's been on the team for 4 years. He's on the defensive line and is a long snapper and has signed a college scholarship to play football long snap for Western Kentucky University. So congratulations to Mitchell Harrelson. He knows where he'll be suiting up next year. A lot different colors, but continuing the football. Next up for the Tigers is number 51, Jaron Hartley. Jaron is the son of Linda and Jason Hartley. He's been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive line. Trigg County on the field warming up as we do the pregame senior night ceremonies here tonight. Good game coming up between Trigg County and Caldwell County. As we said, Caldwell County could sew up the district championship tonight. Next for the Tigers, number 68, John Kelly Hughes. John Kelly is the son of Brenda Holt and Daniel Hughes. He's been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive line. And it's one of the standout players as far as linemen go over the past several years.
He's played multiple positions, too, for us over the past couple of years. Center last year, in the O-line position this year, and a tough kid.
And next up is number 13, Joby Jaggers. Joby is the son of Brian Jaggers and Shauna Jaggers. He's been on the team 4 years, and he is the quarterback. And if we have some time left after this introductions, Bob, we have some stats to put on Joby to introduce tonight. But I think the biggest one that stands out with us, 11 touchdown passes over his last 2 games for the Tigers.
He's out. When you give him time, you're going to pay the price. And that's what we've seen the last couple of weeks with time to throw the ball. Throws a beautiful ball, catchable, and always puts it in the right spots, too. That's a talent.
And I think he's really grown the most to learn how to throw it away and not risk the interception or the bad play.
Absolutely. He's learned that in the last three weeks as well.
Next up is number 77, Drake McConnell. Drake is the son of Mandy and John McConnell. He's been on the team for 1 year and plays on the offensive line.
And a big kid.
Number 7, Logan McGowan.
And Logan McGowan up next for Caldwell County. Number 7, Logan McGowan is the son of Wayne and Marcy McGowan. He's been on the team 1 year and is a running back. Saw a little bit of action a little bit earlier in the season in a late game situation.
I believe that was last week against Union County. He looked like O.J. Simpson out there.
Had some great moves.
Almost got himself free, cut back lanes and everything. Good head for what he was trying to do. Of course, that may come naturally to him with his daddy being Wayne and an outstanding runner in his own right.
Right. Bob, I'll hand it back over to you.
Okay, next up is number 74, Justin Morgan. Justin is the son of Robin and Brian Gray. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive line and have been a starter for the past couple years for the Tigers. And the Tigers playing better because of certainly an improved offensive line play. Last year they were all rookies, never having started a game. This year they have come back seasoned and are playing quite well right now. Number 8 is Travis Newsom. Travis is the son of Kelly and Casey Newsom. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a wide receiver. And you get the ball anywhere close to him, Dennis, he's going to catch it. And you might as well figure out he's going to get 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 yards more for you.
Yeah, if Trigg County comes in tonight thinking they're going to tackle number 8 with one man, they'll learn that pretty quick.
He's great on the hitch and go, by the way. Number 11, Trace Olden. Trace is the son of Wendy Loney and the grandson of Chester McDaniel. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a slot receiver and probably the fastest kid on the team. He has a kickoff return this year for a touchdown and a couple more that one more evading a tackle. He would have gone all the way in those 2 instances, but a threat anytime he touches the ball on punt or on kickoffs.
Yeah, in fact, he's so fast we expected him to go through the senior line quickly.
He did that pretty quickly as well. Number 9, Oliver Parker. Oliver is the son of Katie and Ken Parker. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a wide receiver. And the one thing you can say about Oliver, he is deceptively quick and faster than maybe you give him credit for, and great hands. And he has several touchdown passes over 30 yards to his credit in his high school career.
Yeah, we talked about it, hands like Velcro. We've mentioned several times over the last couple of years. He'll lay out too. We've seen him stretch all the way out at Paducah. Tillman made a great catch down there a couple of weeks ago.
And next up is number 2, Jameer Riley. Jameer is the son of Janine Riley. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a wide receiver and cornerback. And there's been several games this year where Jameer has not come off the field playing running back, defensive back, offensive wide receiver. So a great talent there. Number 2, Jameer Riley. And next up, number 1 is Trail Raleigh. Trail is the son of Ashley and Patrick Murphy. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays cornerback. One of the 2 outstanding shutdown corners that Caldwell County will have in the defensive secondary. Trail, Jameer being the other one. You just don't throw the ball, especially up for grabs with those 2 kids on the field. You're going to have it picked off.
And made a couple of polls, I think one very high up early in this preseason of the top 50 players in Western Kentucky.
And is widely known here in circles in Western Kentucky. Number 81 is Barrett Schultz. Barrett is the son of Shelley and Brett Schultz. He has been on the team for 1 year and is the kicker. And Barrett won't be suited up tonight, having sustained a concussion last night playing soccer for Caldwell County. So sitting this one out in street clothes.
And back-to-back senior nights for Mr. Schultz as he went through the same thing last night at Butler Stadium.
And number 73 is Ben Thompson, one of our favorite players. Ben is the son of Sherry and Woody Thompson. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive line and has played somewhat injured and hurt the last 3 to 4 games.
You can't tell it. If you didn't know he was hurt, looking down on the field, you couldn't tell it.
And if you saw the picture in the paper last week with the pass, the picture, you saw the 2 offensive linemen going downfield, Ben Thompson being one of them, leading the receiver.
Up next for the Tigers, number 20, Kyrese White. Kyrese is the son of Carolyn and Philip White. He's been on the team for 3 years and plays running back and also plays on the defensive line. And his dad, a classmate of mine from the class of 82.
And I had the pleasure of coaching his dad in Little League basketball here in Princeton, but we won't talk about the teams he played on.
He played on some spectacular Little League teams, and I'll leave it at that because I was on the receiving end. That's all the football players. Getting in to the managers on the football team, this is Michaela Darnell. Michaela is the daughter of Myra and Barry Darnell. She's been a manager for the football team for 2 years.
Let's give a big round of applause.
And that's an introduction of our seniors tonight, or at least for the football team and manager Michaela Darnell. We're going to get into cheerleaders and band members still to come here as we are in the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. McGregor Group is owned and operated by Javen McGregor, and they can take care of all your heating and air conditioning needs. And who would have thought you needed air conditioning needs the first week of October? But we need them. It's been up in the 90s. If you've had trouble this week and was still forecasting another week of warm weather, give Javen a call at McGregor Group Heating and Air, and he can take care of you, get you through the summer, get set for, hopefully we'll have a fall. It doesn't go straight into winter.
You never know, but that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to go from like 80 degrees down to 40, Dennis, in about 3 days' time.
Yeah. Cheerleaders being introduced now, senior cheerleaders. First off is Jordan Cummins. Jordan is the daughter of Stephanie Smith and Eric Cummins, and she has been a cheerleader for 4 years. And Bob, a lot of people, when you think of Friday night football, you just think of the players, but you do have these managers that are there every afternoon with the football team, working out, doing whatever needed to be done. Cheerleaders practicing every day, the band putting in lots of hours over the summer, and then every day during the school year. So there's a lot of students, aside from the football players, that take the field on a Friday night.
There's a lot of support behind what happens when you're right, Dennis, when the football team goes out on the field. You not only have the managers, you have the cheerleaders preparing for what they're going to do, you have the band preparing what they're going to do, and it's just good for these young people to be involved in something that's a real positive stint for them, if you will, after school activity.
And the other senior cheerleader this year is Rachel Beckett. Rachel is the daughter of Sarah and Chad Beckett, and she's also been a cheerleader for 4 years. Now Frank is introducing the Caldwell County Band of Pride seniors, and Bob, I'll let you start with those guys.
And the first band member coming out is Brian Anderson. Brian is the son of Sandy and Lloyd Eisenhower. He has been in the band for 7 years and plays the baritone. And next up is Savannah Brewer. Savannah is the daughter of Star and Barry Brewer. She has been in the band for 7 years and the color guard for 5 years.
And a young man able to present her with some flowers tonight. That's a special moment for her, I'm sure.
Yes.
Madison Crider.
Next up is Madison Crider. Madison is the daughter of Bill and Christy Crider. She has been in the band for 7 years and plays the mellophone.
All right, I'm going to give you a test. Could you pick out a mellophone if we laid them down between two other phones, an iPhone and an Android phone?
Would the color be mellow?
I don't know what one looks
Well, I don't
like.
have- I
I'm
have-
curious to watch and see now.
And next up is Leasia Curry. Leasia is the daughter of Larissa Sims and Chris Curry. She has been in the band for 7 years, color guard for 3 years, and is a drum major this year. And again, I've got to give kudos out to the band. The last couple, 3 weeks, their performance has been
Oh, I love it.
outstanding. And you for a 50-member band, it doesn't get any better than what we have here at Caldwell County.
Yeah, these kids are rocking the regular band equipment, but they're bringing in some guitars, drum sets on the platform also. So great job by these kids mixing a variety of musics tonight or this year in their performance, and marching season well underway for these guys.
Next up is Kristen Gray. Kristen is the daughter of Jennifer and Jonathan Gray. She has been in the band for 6 years and plays the clarinet. Next we have Aubrey McGillum. Aubrey is the daughter of Matt McGillum and Michelle and Jim Hall. She has been in the band for 7 years and plays the mellophone again. So that's a popular instrument.
It
yes.
is.
I have
got to check that one
to
out.
confess, I don't know my mellophones. I know what a saxophone looks like.
If anybody has my number and wants to text me a picture of a mellophone, feel free to at this point.
Casey Olden. Casey is the daughter of Wendy Loney.
Next up is Tacey Olden. Tacey is the daughter of Wendy Loney and the granddaughter of Chester McDaniel. She's been in the band for 7 years and the color guard for 4 years. And double duty with her,
Yes.
her brother Trace being introduced with the football players. A mellophone. All right, I think we've got a picture. And
It looks like a bugle to some degree.
yeah, an oversized bugle.
An oversized bugle.
Steroidal bugle.
With 2 or 3 more twists around, if you will.
Next up, Madison Orange. Madison is the daughter of Missy and Wayne Orange and has been in the band for 7 years and plays the clarinet.
Alex Palm Trailer. Alex is
Also in the band, senior this year, Alex Palm Trailer. Alex is the daughter of Lindsay Harper. She's been in the color guard for 1 year. And that color guard's got some pressure. Everybody sees if a color guard messes up and sees the flag drop, that's what everybody catches their attention. So they are under pressure every week. Justin Phelps is next. Justin is the son of Joni and Randy Phelps. He's been in the band for 7 years and plays the sousaphone.
Colin Schaefer.
Probably named after John Philip Sousa.
You would think. Colin Schaefer in his back-to-back senior nights, also a member of the boys high school soccer team. Colin is the son of Lisa and Alan Schaefer. He's been in the band for 7 years and plays the mellophone. So there's going to be a lot of mellophones to be replaced next season. That's what I'm picking up out of this tonight, too.
Shay is the daughter of Geneva
The Shayna Sharp is up next. Shay is the daughter of Geneva Malone. She's been in the band for 7 years and plays the trombone. And Bob, you notice how many of these kids started in middle school with this? A lot of them have been in there 7 years. That's a lot of dedication.
Well, and it's not just 1 day a week either, Dennis. It's all year long. And like I say, kudos to these kids that play in the band. It's just you just don't show up on Friday nights and play. You have to work. You're at it in the summertime. And
Right. It takes a lot of hours. Lastly, for the band is Hannah Wilson. Hannah's the daughter of Mary and James Wilson and the late Jennifer Wilson. She's been in the band for 7 years and the color guard for 4 years. And Bob, we also have a golf senior. I'll let you introduce her, and we've got a few stats that we were going to mention in the pregame show. We'll go ahead and get those in.
And Campbell Noth. Campbell is the daughter of Brandy and Brendan Noth and has been on the golf team for 4 years. She just finished competing in the state tournament this week.
And did a great job. I mean, that was a packed, talented bunch at the state tournament in Bowling Green.
And
who had a tough back nine, but I think she came in with an 86 and barely missed the cut.
And her dad, Brandon, who just won the Princeton Golf and Country Club Championship this past Sunday, shooting a 73. So golf obviously runs in their family, and Brandon and Campbell's mom is Brandy Hughes, who is the aunt of Tate Van Hoosier and the other Van Hoosier boys. So athleticism runs in that family.
And you talk about all these kids practicing every day and spending a lot of time. We see Campbell Noth regularly out on the golf course, either by herself or with her dad. A lot of times just by herself, hitting golf balls and practicing, and you can tell how it's paid off as she made the state tournament this year. We're going to pause now for the national anthem. We'll be back in just a minute. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Tennessee Titans on the Vrabel Show, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Got a question for the coach? You can connect by phone or ask a question via Twitter @Titans Radio. Your direct connection to the coach each Tuesday night on the Mike Vrabel Show, exclusively on Titans Radio. 106.5 WKBZ. The voice of Caldwell County since 1950. Tiger Sports are on the air, 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and streaming audio online at WPKYonline.com. Let's join the WPKY sports crew. They're live at the game.
Seasons come and seasons go, but something that can remain the same is reliability. And here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, reliability and honesty are a few of our top priorities. So if you're looking for heating and air service, give us a call at 270-896-5044 or come visit us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
We're your home for Tiger Sports, 1580, 103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Taco John's, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust, Black Patch Grill, Goodwin Insurance, Dr. Carl Hinton, Jeff Russo Attorney, First Southern National Bank, Little Caesars Pizza, and by McGregor Group Heating and Cooling on 1580, 103.3 WPKY. The voice of the Caldwell County.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. Senior night activities wrapping up here as we get set for football. Just about 5 minutes away on the clock for kickoff of this one between the Tigers and the Trigg County Wildcats. Caldwell County comes in at 5-2 on the season. Trigg County comes in at 4-3. And Bob, Trigg County has put up some pretty good numbers this year, but you got to maybe question the competition a little bit and some of the defenses they've had to play against. I think by far this will be the best defensive unit that Trigg County's had to face all season.
Especially after having played the defense that we did against Henderson County and Paducah Tillman, Dennis. I don't think they faced Tillman last week, but Tillman surrendered a bunch of points to us, and and they probably came out of that game a little bit physically bruised up. We had a nice game with Union County after we woke up at halftime in that game, and the captain's going out tonight. The coin toss ceremony is brought to you by, you'll have to help me out here.
Oh, it's the Farless Realty has the coin toss tonight. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They'll work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family's budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. And you can also check out their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com.
And Caldwell County is represented by Cole Freilich, number 78, number 1, Trail Riley, number 2, Jameer Riley, and number 6, Caleb Burden.
Bob, we usually take just a minute here to have a prayer for the players as they get the players lined out and flip the coins. We'll do that now. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Trigg County has won the toss, and they have elected to defer to the second half, so Caldwell County will be receiving the opening kickoff. Tigers are ready to take the field, and we have a really, really nice crowd here, Dennis, on our side. Not a whole lot of empty seats, and probably I'd say the seats are 3/4 full on the other side with Trigg County fans.
Yeah, I think senior night's always a great gate night, if you will. We had a lot of people at Butler Stadium last night as the Caldwell County boys and girls both won their games last night on senior night, which is special in itself, but a big crowd at the soccer stadium last night for senior night.
And also tonight, I know at halftime, my little granddaughter gets to go out and run around on the track as part of the cheerleader crew, so a bunch of grandmothers and parents are here for that purpose as well tonight.
Yeah, I tried to get her, we were coming to the game, tried to get her to do some of the cheers, but she was saving her voice for halftime tonight. So it's important to her to get out here tonight and let the crowd hear her, get this crowd fired up at halftime with those little cheerleaders. Bob, we do have one thing we want to pass along before we get into football tonight. The Caldwell County volleyball team defeated Muhlenberg County 25-15, 25-10 at the West Kentucky Smackdown in Hopkinsville. That is the 100th win as Lady Tiger head coach for Daniel Courtner. So congratulations to Coach Courtner and the always tough volleyball team from Caldwell County.
And also the fact that they went to Henderson on Thursday night and defeated the Henderson County Colonels. Now Henderson ranked number 1, second region, Caldwell 2 going into that match. So
you got to figure that'll flip-flop, or should.
It should. It's an even tilt from here on out as to maybe who wins the region and represents the second region at the state volleyball tournament. Also tonight, we know that on the injured front, Tate Van Hoosier probably will not play tonight, and Russ Bashir more than likely will play, having suffered a rolled ankle about 2 games ago. But the 2 kids that replaced those 2 young men last week, Travion Samuel and Cameron Baker, both had outstanding games in their own right, with Travion having 10 tackles, Cameron 8 tackles, and Cameron in the prior game to that having a sack. So we have a lot of depth that we're beginning to take advantage of, and we're just playing on all the cylinders right now. Hopefully the Tigers came out ready to play tonight, and they will be receiving the kickoff, and they'll be going from right to left on your radio dial heading toward the highway.
And this has been the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We appreciate Javen McGregor for helping us bring you Tiger football this year. If you have air conditioning or heating needs, you can give Javen a call today at 270-896-5044 or visit them at 960 Varmint Trace Road. That's the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. The familiar voice of Frankie Brown lets everybody know it's kickoff time here at Tiger Stadium. This one low on the ground, picked up at the 31-yard line by Caldwell County, finds a hole up across the 40 before he's brought down.
And did you get the...
Ben Holt, the up back for Caldwell County, able to bring it up to the 41-yard line for the Tigers as they'll start 1st and 10 with Joby Jaggers at quarterback. And Bob, we mentioned it very briefly in the pregame show. Joby's last 2 games, 11 touchdown passes, 5 2 weeks ago, 6 last week against Union County.
If Joby's given the protection, he can make the defense pay.
Trip set to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Jaggers. Drops back, gets protection, goes over the middle, in and out of the hands of Oliver Parker. Pretty good coverage by Trigg County. That would have got Caldwell County across midfield. Instead, it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Just underway here at Tiger Stadium.
No backs in the backfield on that particular play. All our receivers were out on routes on that play.
This time De'Aaron Caldwell in the backfield. They'll put Jameer Riley in motion. Jaggers drops back. Screen on the far side, incomplete, almost intercepted. That one tipped off the first receiver. Trigg County not able to come down with it. So 3rd down and 10 coming up for Caldwell County.
Will bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
Trigg County not putting back anybody very deep at all. They're up in man coverage. Caldwell County's got a trip set on this side. Now Trigg County's going to bring somebody over to cover the inside slot. Empty backfield for Jaggers. He drops back. Trigg brings the blitz. It's picked up. Jaggers goes down the middle. And it is complete to number 2, Jameer Riley. Big gain on that one down inside the Trigg County 30 to they might spot him all the way down to the 25. And it's a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County down to the Trigg County 25-yard line.
That's a 34-yard pass completion, Joby's first completion of the night.
Flag on the play, and everybody walking back towards the cab building. So we'll find a white hat and see what the call is here. A flag thrown in the Caldwell County backfield. So not only coming back, but coming all the way back and then some. Still a conversation amongst the referees on the call. I'm assuming they're talking about where to spot the ball.
We're going to mark the penalty off from the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be marked off 10 yards.
And it's a hold against Caldwell County was the call. We can only hope they'll signal that the penalties tonight a little bit quicker than that as the ball comes back to the 31-yard line. Where it'll be 3rd down and 20 now for the Tigers. 2 receivers set each side with Hollowell at the right shoulder of Jaggers. Trigg County jumps. And we'll get a little bit of that back as flags come out. Offsides against the Wildcats. And that'll move it up to the 30. They've got it spotted at the 37-yard line.
That's your basic 6-yard penalty.
6-yard offside penalty, but we'll take it.
Jeez.
As we have technically 3rd and 14 right now with the spot. And Bob, I know that kind of fingers on a chalkboard for you after running the chains for a lot of years. Jaggers drops back. He's got Jameer Riley in the flat, but overthrows him incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. So Caldwell County will have to punt it away, only keeping the ball less than a minute to open the ball game. Tripp Branch will go back, and this is a player that's improved. You can see the improvement all the way from that first game against Christian County back in August. Branch with some pretty good averages the last couple of weeks. Snap is back, a good snap. He's got some pressure, gets the ball away. Nobody covered the guy on the left side of the line for Caldwell County, but the ball's going to roll, take a Caldwell County roll inside the 30 of Trigg County. And I think they're going to spot it at the 26-yard line of the Wildcats, where they will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of the night. Trigg County is led by Cam Jordan, a 6-foot, 200-pound quarterback junior. He'll throw the ball at better than 50% on the season, but he'll also do a lot of running. Trigg County will spread the offense, but it's going to be a lot of Cam Jordan tonight.
37-yard punt that time by Tripp Branch, another one of his steady 34, 35, 36, 37-yard punts.
Caldwell County's going to have to cover that end for Trigg County if that situation comes up again. Trigg County keeps it on the ground. It's Cam Jordan going across the left side out over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And it is spotted at the 32. 2nd and 4 for Trigg County. Two receivers each way for Trigg. Single back set. Snap is back, low snap. It's going to be Jordan again keeping this one. Not a lot on that one as Caldwell County sent a slew capped off by East to push the pile back at the very end.
And mark it at the 33, going to give him 1 yard on that carry.
Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats.
3rd down and 4 for Trigg County. And you're right, Bob. This crowd has gotten bigger, I think, since we came on the air for the opening kickoff. Still people filing in here at Tiger Stadium, and a pretty good crowd for Trigg County on the far side. Trigg's going to go with a 2-receiver set on each side. Back in the backfield behind Jordan. Jordan throws complete at the 35, brought down by Kavanaugh at the 39-yard line, but it'll be enough for a first down for Trigg County. Dylan Kavanaugh with a good tackle. And it's spotted at the 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Trigg County. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score so far in the ball game. First possession for Trigg County. Ball on the near side hash mark. Trigg with 3 receivers to the right with the slot. Keeper by Cam Jordan. He finds some room on the left side, gets up over the 45 and down short of midfield. Flag on the play in the defensive secondary. Gabe East makes the tackle after Jordan picks up about 7 on the play, but there is a flag down in the defensive backfield of Caldwell County. It's a hold against Trigg County.
Holding against the Wildcats.
And let's see, well, they'll spot this one. Both teams a little bit tight here starting out. They're going to take that one back to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line. Brings up 1st and 14 for the Wildcats.
1st and 14 for Trigg County. 3 receivers set to the right of Jordan. Jordan with the pitch. They're trying to work that left side. He's up across the 40 and down out of bounds about the 42-yard line. That was Jacoby Bridges. Trell Riley with the tackle out of bounds. And he gets it to the 43-yard line. Picks up about half of what he needed. 2nd down and about 7. Bob, Trigg County looks like they found something they like on that left side of the line for against Caldwell County, actually Caldwell County's right side.
They've been penetrating it. They've not come this side at all. Here they come to this side.
Now Jordan had some pressure in the back. Pass is thrown and complete. Tackle by Kavanaugh. Good pressure by Ben Holt in the backfield. Stallings with the catch for Trigg County. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and long for Trigg County.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for Trigg County.
Yeah, they've only come to their strong side pretty much on rollouts early in this ball game. Every running play has gone to their left. 2 receivers each way. Caldwell in man coverage. Jordan rolls to the left, looks to the sideline. It's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Nice coverage by Dylan Kavanaugh on that side. And the incompletion stops the clock at 7:52 to go in the quarter, and it'll bring up 4th down for Trigg County. Well, we had a lot of activities with the senior night. Didn't really get to check out any of the warm-ups, so this will be the first chance we get to see the leg of the punter. And I think it's going to be Jacoby Bridges handling the punting duties for Trigg County. Caldwell drops Trell Riley back to his own 25. Good snap to Bridges. Puts the ball up. Nice kick. He's going to drive Riley back inside his 20. Dances around back to the 15. Tries to get around the edge, and he's going to lose yardage after the catch as he's thrown down at about the 17-yard line. So he'll lose about 3 yards after he received the ball.
They're going to mark it, Dennis, at the 17.
17-yard line for Caldwell County. So 1st and 10, Caldwell County from inside their own 20. Two-back set for Caldwell County. Jameer Riley, Derek Hollowell flanking both sides of Jaggers. Two receivers to the left, handoff, fake to Hollowell. Jaggers has some time. He's got a man open. It's Jameer Riley, complete at the 20, and he's got some room across the 40, the 50. Now Trigg County catches up with the angle, drives him out of bounds, but not until he gets to the Trigg County 43-yard line. Blown coverage by Trigg County because Jameer Riley wide open. Jaggers hits him, and it's a Little Caesars first down all the way down to the Trigg 43-yard line.
Joby's first completion of the night goes for 40 yards to Jameer Riley. And you're right, Jameer had nobody on him, covering him, picking up out of the backfield.
Jaggers with a little pressure lobs it up, looking for Newsom, well overthrown. Trigg County brought the blitz, nobody back for Caldwell County to pick that one up, so Jaggers had to get rid of it. 2nd and 10 for Caldwell County. Bob, I started to say before that play, the line has provided Jaggers with some pretty good protection so far tonight, just did not pick the blitz up on that play. So 2nd and 10 with Hollowell in the backfield. Extra tight end for Caldwell County, two receivers each way. Handoff goes to Hollowell. He hits the line on the right side, maybe picks up a yard and driven back. Or they're just going to give him to the
I believe they're
line of
just going to
scrimmage.
give him to the line of scrimmage, yes, no gain.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. Hollowell in the backfield, two receivers each way for Caldwell County. Good snap back to Jaggers. He's got some time. Now he's going to roll to his left, looks down the field, he's got some pressure, turns, still trying to escape, gets across 45 down to about the 40 before he's driven out of bounds. Good coverage by Trigg County as Jaggers had to scramble. Was able to pick up decent yardage on the play down to the Trigg 38-yard line. 4th and 6 for the Tigers. We'll see what they want to do, and they are going to bring Tripp Branch on to punt. And Bob, one player coming out onto the field that we didn't know if would play or not, Tate Van Hoosier on the field for Caldwell County.
So Tate got the green light to play then. We thought he would not play.
Tripp Branch with the protection. Good punt. It's going to bounce at the 12. Fielded at the 5 by Trigg County. I thought they may let it bounce. He's going to try to get to the outside. Still on his feet, being driven back near the goal line. And they're going to give him forward progress way out to the 7-yard line. But the play actually ended up when the whistle blew back in the end zone. So good coverage by Caldwell County on a nice punt by Tripp Branch. They're going to spot that one at the Wildcats 7-yard line. So Caldwell County has a good chance to make a defensive stand here, pick up some field position. 6:25 to go in the first quarter, no score here at Tiger Stadium. If the Tigers can win this one, it just essentially locks up the district championship and home field through at least the first 2 rounds. Trigg County finds a hole up the left side. He's up across the 40, giving chase as a couple of Tiger players across midfield. Finally brought down near the Tiger 30-yard line. Big run by the Tigers as the little extracurricular activity after the tackle. It was Trail Riley with the tackle. Bob, I could not pick up that number. They did not announce who the number was for Trigg County that made the run, but a big run. Quarterback's going to keep it for Trigg County from the 28, gets down to about the 21. 33 on the run, that's Jude Hunter, a 5'9", 193-pound junior. Ben Holt on the tackle for Caldwell County as Trigg County has their best field position of the night down to the Tiger 23-yard line. Let's give it to the 22 on that one. So 2nd down and 4 for Trigg County.
And so far they're doing it on the ground, Dennis, which we didn't think was
Jordan
possible.
drops back, gets some pressure, goes to the end zone, and complete. Touchdown, Trigg County. That's number 13, Jacoby Bridges on the reception. Got away from the coverage. I think the coverage thought he was going to come across the middle, put the fake move on right into the end zone. He was, about 4 or 5 yards wide open.
Easily wide open. The pass was perfect.
So Jordan to Bridges puts Trigg County on the board first tonight. That coming at 5:19 to go in the first quarter. Trigg on for the extra point attempt. Snap is bobbled. Giving chase is Caldwell County. Trigg throws it to the end zone. That was going to be picked off and brought out, but they're going to whistle it dead. So the conversion attempt no good for Trigg County, but they lead Caldwell County after the touchdown 6-0. 5:19 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and online at WPKYonline.com.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports in Princeton. Trilogy offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals, like yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. So come work out in a family-friendly environment at Trilogy Performance Sports, located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Trigg County leads this one 6-0. Touchdown pass from Jordan to Bridges, and Caldwell County is going to play from behind for the second straight week. Bob, I neglected to catch this tonight. The kickoff tonight was brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good of health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level, and they're always free to come and try. Another low kickoff by Trigg County, fielded at the 30-yard line. Caldwell County found a hole. Ball pops loose, picked up by another Tiger up to the 40-yard line, and they're going to whistle him down. That was Trace Olden picked up the loose ball. Ben Holt had the ball knocked loose from him. Trace Olden picked up about another 6 yards on the play, and Caldwell will start out with decent field position at their own 40-yard line.
Where it will be first down, Tigers.
First down for Caldwell County as Jaggers will come out, try to get this offense going. Third possession of the night for the Tigers. Newsom, the lone receiver to the left. Looks like East and Parker to the right. Two-back set back there with Jaggers. Referees bringing in the ball from the Caldwell County sideline for their offense. And whistle blows to get us underway. Jaggers takes a snap, hands off to Jameer Riley, finds a hole on the left side up across the 45, 50, and brought down after a nice hard run. Derek Hollowell, on the carry for Caldwell County. Gets it across midfield down to the 45-yard line of Trigg County for a Little Caesars first down. Bob, that was a good hard run by Derek Hollowell. He got hit several times along the way on that one.
Derek ripping off a 15-yard run around his left tackle position.
Caldwell County sets up the screen. It's complete to Hollowell. He's got it at the 40, down to the 30, 20, 10, stumbles, and falls out of bounds. Just couldn't keep his balance. But it'll be a Little Caesars first down to the 7-yard line of Trigg County.
Joby held that ball as long as he possibly could, and the screen popped wide open. Derek keeps his balance. He's in the end zone.
Yeah, he tried to turn on the afterburners on that one. He had a couple of Trigg players coming in at a decent angle, but you're right. I think he could have gotten to the end zone. But it's still going to be a first and goal, Caldwell County from the 7. Hollowell in the backfield. Extra tight ends for Caldwell County. They hand it off to Derek. Tripped up again, and maybe picks up one on the play down to the 6.
He takes it to about the 6-yard line. We'll bring up second and goal for the Tigers.
Second down and goal for Caldwell County as we near 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Caldwell County lighting up with two tight ends. We've got Newsom on one side, Parker on the other. This time Jameer Riley in the backfield. He takes the handoff, hit at the 5, and stopped at the 5. Almost bounced out of that one. But Caldwell County with just another yard gain on this one. 3rd down and goal now for the Tigers.
Early goal for the Tigers from the 5.
Jaggers looks to the sideline. Travion Samuel coming into the ball game for Caldwell County. Samuel's going to be in the backfield. 3 receivers set to the right with Newsom to the left. Parker, far side receiver. Trigg shows blitz. Jaggers looks into the end zone. Ball deflected and incomplete. Intended for Newsom. But it'll bring up 4th down and goal now for the Tigers. And Bob, as you said, Schultz with the concussion injury. They had Vivrette kicking some in the pregame warm-ups, but it looks like Caldwell County is going to keep the offense on the field and try to score here on 4th down. Hollowell in the backfield. He's got Newsom and Jameer Riley stacked on the left. Jaggers rolls to the right. He's got some pressure. Grabbed and thrown. Incomplete, and Trigg County will take over on the turnover on downs. Nobody able to get open 2 or 3 times tonight, but that's an inopportune time not to come back to the quarterback, as Caldwell County is going to turn it over on downs, and Trigg will take over at their own 5. Jaggers has had decent protection for the most part tonight. He had to roll right on that one, and a very speedy defender for Trigg County able to chase him down from the back, get a handful of jersey.
And what we don't want to see happen is what we saw happen last time on the down deep, a big long run for Trigg.
So Trigg County will come to the line. They've done their damage so far, mostly on the ground tonight. Finished it off with a touchdown pass. Jordan in the backfield. Jordan's going to keep it himself, looks to the left. This time hit, maybe picks up a yard. Picks up 1, 2nd down and 9 coming up for Trigg County. Early score from the area, Owensboro up on Marshall County, 14-0. Area scores tonight are going to be brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Contact Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management for all of your financial and retirement planning needs. Trigg County puts 2 receivers right and left. Jordan hands off, nothing there hardly for Trigg County. Good coverage by the Tigers on the right side. Harrelson on the tackle for Caldwell County.
3rd and 7 for Wildcats.
So Trigg County faces 3rd and 7. You got to wonder if they'll put it in the air on this one from that position on the field. They'll send the 2 receivers each side. Jordan has one back in the backfield. He takes a low snap, gets it up, stands at his goal line, passes, and intercepted by Gabe East at the 25-yard line. He's across the 20, the 15, going down the sideline. Hits a pile just past the 10. Flag on the play after the tackle. We'll see if this foul is against Trigg or Caldwell. But a big play by Gabe East gives Caldwell County the ball inside the Trigg 10-yard line for now. We'll see what where the flag is going towards. Probably a personal foul, you would think. Face mask against Trigg County. And Bob, we talked about that right before that play. Would Trigg take the chance on throwing on 3rd down that far in their own end? They did, and they paid the price for it, as we talked about in the pregame about Gabe East during the senior night activities. If he gets a ball and plays that center field well.
He played it really well, and just about got that thing back to the end zone with the penalty there at the 2-yard line, Dennis? Or
we'll call it the 3.
3.
1st and goal at the 3 for the Tigers. Pitch is going to go to Hollowell. He's going to go left side and get the signal in. Touchdown, Caldwell County. De'Eric Hollowell. Score comes with 1:36 to go in the first quarter, and De'Eric Hollowell ties it up with a 3-yard run over the left side. I think it's Blake Viverette going to come out and try the extra point attempt. Blake, a 5'9", 123-pound freshman, backing up Barrett Schultz. He looked good in the pregame warm-ups. Snap is back, bad snap, gets it down, kick is up. And he made it. Great job by Logan Smiley to get that ball up after the bad snap. With 1:36 left to go in the first quarter, Caldwell County takes its first lead of the night, 7-6 over Trigg County. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it. Turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature. Increasing the security of your customer, come down. Let us set up your account. Start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County leads this one now 7-6 on the 3-yard run by De'Aaron Caldwell. Extra point brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton, a bold, unique take on Mexican food featuring street tacos, 3 for $5 at Taco John's of Princeton. And Bob, a great play by Logan Smiley to pick that ball up, still get it down, and a good job by the backup kicker to be patient, came in, took a short step, and put it through the field to the goal post.
He did not panic at all, which to his credit.
And he puts the kick in play, bounces off one Trigg receiver at the 30, all the way back to the 25, picked up by Trigg. They're going to try to go left side. Mitchell Harrelson with the tackle there, and they'll stop Trigg County shy of the 30, I think. I don't think they're going to give him forward progress. Good tackle by Mitchell Harrelson. We'll give Logan Smiley help on the tackle also. Going to spot the ball at the Trigg 28-yard line. Oh, the 30-yard line. So Trigg will play from behind for the first time tonight with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Jordan in the backfield with one back. Trigg normally sets up in this formation, 2 receivers each way, spread out. Jordan quickly to the sideline, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That was intended for 18, but I don't see an 18 on our roster for one.
Alex Curling, but I'm not real sure whether.
Well, regardless, it's the incomplete 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats as they send the same formation out, 2 receivers each way. They'll put one in motion, low snap. This is a pitch up. It'll be counted as a pass up across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ben Holt on the tackle for Caldwell County. I think that was Bridges. Actually, it goes down as a complete pass from Jordan to Bridges on that one. To the Wildcat 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7, under a minute to go in the first. Two-back set now for Trigg County as they only send 1 receiver out to the left, 2 to the right. Jordan drops back, gets some protection. Now he's going to try to keep it himself, goes up the middle. He's got a little bit of room, hit at the 35 and brought down at the 36-yard line. It's Caleb Burden on the tackle for Caldwell County, and Caleb Burden, if he has an exceptional night tonight, could go over 100 tackles on the season. Came into the game with 87 tonight on the year. 4th and 5 for Trigg County. They'll drop into punt formation, and Caldwell County will drop, I think it's Trell Riley, back to his 30-yard line. And Trigg County's going to let time run out in the quarter before they kick this one. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 7, Trigg County 6. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Football on WPKY and online at WPKYonline.com.
What does your morning sound?
Morning, Al. Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please? With a delicious egg from McDonald's.
For your home for Tiger Sports, 580 103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you by Morgan's and Lakeland Funeral Home Store, Electric Plant Board, Trice Hughes, Trilogy Fitness, Woodall Agency, Rain Academy of Princeton, Community Medical Clinic, and by Auto Bell Hearing Center on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Back to Tiger Stadium, getting set to start the second quarter here. Second quarter brought to you by Cozy Living of Princeton. Trigg County facing 4th and 5 from their own 36-yard line. Caldwell County has a player back at their 31-yard line. Kick is up, angled to the sideline, takes a big Trigg County bounce inside the 30. It'll be out of bounds. And they'll spot that one, looks like, Bob, at the 26-yard line of Caldwell County. Quick look at area scores. Fulton County leads Callaway County 8-7 in the first quarter. After one quarter of play, it's Hopkinsville leading Logan County 3-0. We'll have more scores as the night goes along here on WPKY, brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Jameer Riley, Derek Hollowell in the backfield with Jaggers. Two receivers, now three receivers set to the right of Jaggers. Handoff goes to Hollowell, finds a hole. He's got some room across the 35, 40. I don't think anybody's going to catch Derek Hollowell. He's in the 30, the 20, the 10, and barely shoestring tackled inside the 5-yard line. I think they're going to mark it down. Ball touches the 1. Huge run by Derek Hollowell. Breaks loose again for Caldwell County. Little Caesars first down, and Caldwell County knocking on the door. Well, I didn't think anybody was going to catch Derek Hollowell. That's some speed for Trigg County from one of those guys. We didn't get their number. Trigg with some very slender numerals on their jerseys tonight. Hard to pick up.
Great run by Derek all the way to the 1-yard line.
Two-back set with Jaggers. Snap goes back. Jaggers looks to the end zone. It's deflected and knocked down. He had Derek Hollowell wide open in the left corner. Just didn't get it high enough for him. Incompletion will bring up 2nd and goal for Caldwell County.
So money has been turned into the press box. So money has been turned in.
Ball spotted at the 1-yard line. They're going to bring in the heavy line set. Your guy Travion Samuel coming on the field, Bob, along with Mitchell Harrelson. And also number 55 for the Tigers, that is Drew Davis. So a big line, Travion, the blocking back in the backfield. Handoff goes to Derek Hollowell. He's going to get hit. See if he got the ball across. Ball's in the end zone, fumbled.
They're calling it just a touchback.
And the referee's holding up a sign for a safety. There's no way it can be a safety. But I thought Derek, when he was tackled, that the ball may have crossed the goal line. He may have fumbled it before it crossed, but some discussion in the backfield by the referees. And flag comes in on the Caldwell sideline. I think they're calling touchback with the ball loose in the end zone. Trigg County recovers the fumble in the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 20, but a flag, presumably on the Tiger coaching staff, has a flag laying just shy of the 20-yard line. First down, Trigg County. And a sideline warning on Caldwell County. Coach Barnes still out discussing this one. I think he thinks like we did, Bob. I think Derek crossed the goal line with the ball before he hit the ground.
And nobody can see that but the guys on either side of the line of scrimmage. And the longer it took them to do something, you knew they weren't going to make that touchdown call.
It'll be a good one to check out on our replay, available immediately following the final whistle tonight. You can check out the replay of this ball game on YouTube on WPKYonline.com. Coach Barnes still trying to get an explanation from the officials. That play coming with 11:15 to go in the second quarter. But Bob, from our vantage point, it looked like Derek was going to get hit. But you could tell he stretched out to try to get the ball over the goal line, and I thought he did from our vantage point. I really did, not just trying to be a homer or anything for Caldwell County, but I thought the ball actually crossed. And the ground causing the fumble. Nonetheless, Caldwell doesn't cash in after the big run by De'Eric Hollowell, and Trigg County is going to dodge a bullet and come out of this one with 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Jordan, two backs in the backfield. He hands off to the deep back. They find a hole over the left side. Gets across the 25 to 30, stumbles, and takes himself out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That will be enough for a first down, 12 yards on the pickup by Trigg County. Trigg County really working Caldwell over on the off their weak side offensively. Trigg with three receivers now to the right. Jordan's going to roll to the right, get some pressure, throws at the feet of the receiver, incomplete. Trying to find Bridges on the play, but that was not a very good pass by Jordan. 2nd and 10 now for the Wildcats. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the Little Caesars halftime report. Bob will have all of the first half stats. We'll look ahead to the second half of this one. All that coming your way at halftime. And Bob, there's a slew of those little cheerleaders like your granddaughter down on the track right now, doing a great job tonight. That's worth the look on the YouTube later on WPKY Online for this live stream. Jordan takes a snap, drops back, gets some pressure, overthrown, incomplete. Putting some pressure back there. I think that was Harrelson getting through the line. Jordan threw that one very high. Stops the clock at 10:56 to go in the half. 3rd and 10 for Trigg County. Caldwell County leading this one 7-6. 3-yard run by De'Eric Hollowell and a great extra point hookup with Smiley and with Blake Viverette to get that one through the goalpost to give Caldwell County the 1-point lead. Two receivers each way. Jordan drops back. Caldwell County brings some pressure. Jordan's sacked all the way back to the 23-yard line.
And Russ Bashir.
I think that is Russ Bashir in for Caldwell County. Russ missed last week's game with an injury, but made a big impact on that one. Ball is going to be spotted at the 24-yard line, where it'll be 4th down for Trigg County. So Caldwell County will drop Trail Riley back to about his own 40. Bridges has had a pretty good leg on these punts so far tonight, Bobby. Angled the last one. So Caldwell County will get the ball back after not being able to cash in on 1st and goal from the 1. This one not as good a kick. Bounces at the 50. Takes a Trigg bounce down to the Caldwell County 38-yard line. So Caldwell County will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line with 10:05 left to go in the first half, leading this one 7-6. Last home regular season game for Caldwell County. We'll go on the road next week to base at Fort Campbell, then a bye week and finish the regular season at Mayfield before we start playoff action. A win tonight will assure Caldwell County 2 home playoff games should they win the first one. So a lot on the line for the Tigers. Plus they would like to keep that 139 Bowl trophy in Caldwell County where it's been all 5 years of its existence. Caldwell County with the pitch. They get it to Jameer Riley. He's got some room across the 45, 50, 45 of Trigg, lowers his shoulder. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at Trigg's 46-yard line. I think they'll give that one as a pass from Jaggers to Jameer Riley. Little Caesars first down.
Did you get the marking, what yard line that was, Dennis? Was it the 38?
38 down to the 46-yard line of Trigg. Jaggers takes it. Handoff goes to Riley, picks his way through the middle, hit, shakes a tackler at the 40, still on his feet at the 30, at the 20, one man to beat behind him. He's going to be dragged down inside the 5-yard line. But a nice run by Jameer Riley, would not go down, hit 2 or 3 times back between the 40 and the 35, stayed on his feet, shook a couple more tackles.
Marked at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
44-yard run by Jameer.
So Caldwell County again knocking on the door, see if we can cash this one in. As Yogi would say, it's like deja vu all over again, as Caldwell County just here a few minutes ago. Jaggers, De'Eric Hollowell in the back behind him. De'Eric lowers his head, hit shy of the goal line. He'll take it down to the 1. So 2nd and goal for the Tigers. A big improvement, though, Bob. We can tell we watch the games every week. De'Eric running much lower than he did earlier in the season.
He's a load to bring down at times.
De'Eric Hollowell tries to find a hole, drag down. Official signal touchdown this time as he does get the ball across the goal line. Touchdown Tigers. 9:13 to go in the first half. And Bob, that looked identical to what happened on the earlier possession that they said De'Eric fumbled into the end zone. Looked like the ball crossed the same way. This time he holds on to it, gets the call from the officials, and it's Caldwell County 13-6 over Trigg, pending the extra point from Viverette.
Yeah, Blake
Viverette, the backup kicker for Caldwell County. This one snapped before Smiley was ready. It's going to go all the way back. Viverette picks it up and is down all the way back outside the 30. So the extra point attempt, no good. Extra point attempts are brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton, a bold, unique take on Mexican food. Taco John's features street tacos, 3 for $5. Bob, I don't know what happened on that extra point attempt. That ball was snapped. Smiley wasn't even looking towards the line yet. He was checking to make sure Viverette was in a good position.
They were talking, the coaches, Jake's talking to the snapper, long snapper Mitchell, and to Logan Smiley, the holder, trying to get on the same page.
Next thing you looked up, the ball's on the ground all the way back near the 30-yard line before Viverette able to come and down it, so Trigg County can't pick it up and turn it into points. So Caldwell County will kick this one off from the 40. Viverette will tee it up. Caldwell County doing a lot of damage on the ground tonight. Some big runs here in this first half. Bob will have all of those stats and information coming your way at halftime on the Little Caesars halftime report. Very warm evening here for first week of October at Tiger Stadium. Game time temperature in the low 80s. Viverette approaches the ball. It's going to be a low line drive, hits at the 24, fielded at the 11. Trigg County wants to take it up the middle. They hit a wall, tries to bounce it outside. He's got a little bit of room back across the 35-40 midfield before he's knocked out of bounds. Kyron Grubbs for Trigg County on the return, and a big return it is as they will get into, looks like they're going to spot that in Caldwell County territory at the 49 of the Tigers. Bob, Caldwell County had him bottled up between the 20 and 25-yard line. He was able to bounce it outside and pick up a lot of yardage into Tiger territory at the 49.
And lucky that he didn't get out there another couple steps. He may have been ahead of the pack on that, Dennis.
So Jordan will take over for his team. 2 receivers to his right. He's going to make the pitch to the deep back. Hits the line at the 40, or at the 50. Gets down to almost the 45. I think they're going to spot him a little shy of that. Burden with another tackle to add to his totals on the season. Down to the Tiger 46-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for Trigg County. As we're down to 8:39 to go in the first half. Caldwell leading this one 13-6. Jordan, one back in the backfield, two receivers to each side. He's going to give the handoff into the middle of the field, and the gain comes down near the 40-yard line.
Going to be marked, I think, at the 40. 41.
41-yard line on the run. Third down and short for Trigg County coming up.
3rd and 2 for the Wildcats.
Trigg County also doing their damage mostly tonight, Bob, by the run.
Actually, it's good that we see them when they go back to pass. They've become a little bit not careless, but not being able to hit their receivers the last 4 or 5 passes.
Jordan drops back. He's going to keep it himself, try to pick it up on the ground, and he does as he pushes that line all the way down to about the Tiger 36-yard line. So it is a first down for Trigg County as they keep the drive going. We'll call it the Tiger 37. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
One thing, Dennis, we know that Trigg County has about 5, 6 players going both ways, so that may begin to take its toll on a hot night here in the second half.
Yeah, you got to wonder. Everybody should be in much better shape than that first couple of weeks of the season, but cramping could become an issue for players like that. Trigg with the snap across the 35, down across the 30, pushed out of bounds. Big gain on the ground for Trigg County. East and Trail Riley on the tackle for Caldwell County, but not until it's a first down for Trigg County down to the Tiger 25-yard line.
This drive started with 9 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second quarter. We're now with 7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining, and 25 yards away from pay dirt is Trigg County.
Trigg County is going to have the one back set this time behind Cam Jordan. He's going to try to keep it himself, takes it to the right side. Hit and driven out of bounds, but still another good pickup for Trigg County inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. Bob, Caldwell County is right now losing that battle on the line of scrimmage to Trigg County. Caldwell County is going to take a timeout, and I'm sorry, Bob, you go ahead.
We're certainly not playing the end position well at all tonight, Dennis. Everything they've gotten except for that one long run up the middle has come around the end, so we got to shore that up.
And timeouts are brought to you by Rousseau Law. Rousseau Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. That's Rousseau Law. Bob, an interesting game in the area. Henderson County taking on McCracken County tonight. In the second quarter, about halfway of that one, McCracken leads that one 15-7.
Should be an interesting ball game. McCracken not as strong as they have been in the last several years, and Henderson a lot stronger than they've been in the last several years.
And we'll try to scan down through a few other scores. Try to keep up with some of these, of course, brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Teams coming back out on the field. Trigg County will have it 3rd and 2 from the Tigers' 17-yard line when they come back out.
All this drive has been on the ground for Trigg County.
Two-back set as Jordan's going to keep this one, get the first down. He really pushes the pile down almost to the 10-yard line. I don't know if they'll spot him that far or not. Looks like they're going to bring it back to about the 11. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Trigg County. As they are on the march on the ground all this drive. Trigg really starting to bunch that line up also. They're bringing receivers in extra tight end. Snap straight back to Jordan. He takes it right up the middle. Pile moves inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Bob, it's almost like Trigg's lining up and you know what's coming, and we're still having trouble giving up 5-6 yards a whack for Trigg County.
It's like the Wildcat with no guessing at all as to what's going to happen.
So Trigg County, 2nd down and 5 from the 6. Jordan lines up again, keeps it himself, takes it up the middle. This time stopped on a shorter gain. He'll get inside the 5, looks like to about the 4-yard line.
Pick up a 1 yard on the play.
So Trigg County is setting 3rd down and 3 from the 4.
I think it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, third down and 3 from the 4.
Yeah.
For Trigg County. They can't get a first down without getting the touchdown. Jordan's going to line up with a 2-back set, one right on his shoulder, one a deep back. He pitches to the deep back, tries to turn it back up the middle, and does. Touchdown, Trigg County. Jacoby Bridges takes it in for the Wildcats as they pull within 1 point at 13-12. That score coming with 5:14 to go here in the first half. Ball all that on the ground and basically just manhandled Caldwell County on that one, picking up their shortest gains were in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 yards on that drive.
We didn't look good at all on that defensive stance.
Trigg's going to try the point after. Snap is high, it's brought down, kick is up. And it is good. So with 5:14 left in the first half, we're tied at 13 here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Electric plant board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy.
Back to Tiger Football on WPKY. A look at the scoreboard right now, brought to you by Goodwin Insurance. Good luck to the Tigers from Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. 5:14 to go in the first half. Trigg County, Caldwell County knotted at 13. And Trigg County set to kick this one away to the Tigers. Ball set up at the 40. Caldwell County has 2 players back deep. Low line drive on the ground. Picked up at the 27-yard line. Looks like East with it. He's going to try to switch fields, go the other way. He had a blocker in front. Good block by Trell Riley. Gets him across the 40 near midfield. Still on his feet. Tries to cut it back to the middle. He's got some room. Still on his feet at the Trigg 40. Some blockers in front of him. No flags that I see so far. Now hit from behind and brought down at the 23-yard line of Trigg County. Gabe East with a nice hard run. And Caldwell County will take over in very good field position with 4:53 to go in the half.
At the Trigg 22 or 23, Dennis?
20, let's call it the 23, Bob. First and 10 Tigers from the Wildcat 23. Jameer Riley in the backfield. 3 receivers set to the left. We're going to put Olden in motion. He goes back. Handoff is going to come to Riley. Dances at the 25 and brought down for a loss. They'll give him to the 24 with forward progress, but a loss of 1 on the play by Jameer Riley. Second and 11 for the Tigers. 4.5 to go now in the half. Jameer Riley still in the backfield. Jaggers drops back, gets some good protection. Complete touchdown Tigers. Easy pitch and catch from Jaggers to Oliver Parker, middle of the end zone. Bob, when Joey Jaggers gets the protection, he makes it look so easy. That pass looked just almost effortless as he just laid it right in on stride to Oliver Parker, who Parker ran a nice route, was open by about 3 yards.
Just like you draw it up on paper, Dennis, it was picture perfect, as they say.
So Blake Viverette in to try the extra point, brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton. Kick is up, and it is good. So a quick hit by Caldwell County, 4:17 left to go in the first half. The Tigers back out in front, 20-13 over Trigg County. We'll keep it right here as this one about to wind down towards the end of the first half, but Caldwell County with one of their patented quick drive scoring or quick play scoring drives.
Your basic two-play drive, Dennis, which we like to see.
And I think Coach Barnes thought that we would have an opportunity for quite a bit of that tonight against Trigg County. And I still like, we're at a close game right now. Trigg played a pretty close half last week against Paducah Tillman, but Tillman was able to wear them down and hang 51 on the Wildcats last week.
Oliver's first reception of the night goes for a touchdown.
So Caldwell County here lately has been a second half team also. No more than last week against Union County as they trailed 14-7 at the half last week, surprising everybody in the stands and several online following them on Twitter. But they came out with 33 second half points. So Viverette will tee this one up at the 40. He hasn't got anything very high so far tonight. This one, not much more, is going to bounce at the 28. And stays in bounds.
Wow.
And Trigg picked it up and just tossed it. Ball still loose on the
I
ground.
think we've got that one.
It looks like Caldwell, somehow Trigg County came away with that football. I don't know how. But I'm not sure what Trigg's player was thinking. He tried to field it.
And throw it back in bounds.
Yeah. It was like he was playing basketball and wanted to make the save. He picked it up at about the 14, threw it in bounds. After the scramble for the ball, Trigg County is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. Yeah, that player jumped the gun on basketball season by about a month and a half, I think, trying to save that one in bounds.
Again, Trigg operating deep in their territory, cannot afford to make a mistake here.
That was a play that looked like Viverette kicked it and was going to roll out of bounds to give Trigg County pretty good field position, but somehow it stayed in bounds.
And they weren't going to get on it and down it, making it a live ball, and the kid picks it up with still a yard in bounds and throws it further in bounds.
Jordan takes the snap back inside his end zone, brings it out to the 10-yard line.
On the stop, number 6, Kayla Burton, and number 14,
Pickup of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Trigg County.
Lindsey Harper, please report to the track. Lindsey Harper, please report to the track. Down on the scoreboard.
Trigg County's going to send 2 receivers each way. Handoff goes up the middle. Nothing there for Trigg County. They may have gotten back to the 10. That's about it.
And it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for Trigg County. No gain on that play.
Caldwell County needs to make a good stand here, get some field position, maybe take this lead up a little bit higher as we go into halftime. Trigg's not going to snap this one until we're inside of 3 minutes to go in the half.
Play clock down to 8 seconds.
Cam Jordan takes a snap, looks to his right, overthrown, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 4 for the Wildcats.
The passing game for Trigg County has just disappeared.
And Bob, that's what makes it even more surprising. They tried to throw deep in their own end a while earlier in the ball game. Gabe East able to make the interception on it. I was really surprised at the way they ran the ball last drive. They tried to throw it on that one.
I'm doubly surprised as well.
They are going to drop Bridges back to try the punt. He'll be punting from right at his own goal line. Caldwell County sends Trell Riley back to the Trigg 35-yard line. Pressure by the Tigers comes up. He gets the kick away. This one's going to hit and bounce out of bounds, I think inside the 30-yard line, far side of the field. So Caldwell County is going to have great field position
out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
And it's going to be spotted at the 28-yard line.
18-yard punt for Trigg County.
Bob, there's a ambulance coming up on the track. And we have not seen Derek Hollowell on the field in a while. I'm wondering if that's him being attended to on the bench. I didn't see him get hit at any point. We'll try to check the lines on Twitter and on social media coming up here at halftime, but ambulance pulled up on the track right now. Jaggers with the snap, throws, it's complete to Newsom, and as we talked about in the pregame, you're not going to tackle Newsom with one guy most of the time. He's able to catch it and pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards. Second down and short coming up for the Tigers.
Near the 19, 2nd and 1 for the Tigers.
Jameer Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. 3 receivers set to the right. Handoff goes to Jameer Riley, tries to stiff arm. Now he's being driven back. He's going to want to change fields all the way back to the 35-yard line. Able to get through a hole, back up, and close to the original line of scrimmage.
Jameer Riley on the carry.
And as they get everybody up, he's going to get it down to about the 21-yard line. I'm trying to watch both directions to see the player that they are attending to on the sideline, still not able to pick up a number. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 for the Tigers. Travion Samuel is going to come in for Jameer Riley. Two receivers each way for the Tigers. Trigg County showing blitz. And there's going to be a timeout called by Caldwell County on the field as we were down to 1:14 to go in the half. Timeouts are brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. 1:14 left to go in the half. Caldwell County looking at 3rd down and 3 when they come back out after this timeout. Leading Trigg County 20-13, trying to tack on some points here before halftime. Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. Bob will have all of the stats, and we'll look ahead to the second half. Bob, if you'll take it for a minute, I'll check this real quick.
And the Tigers are now breaking the sideline huddle, advancing back to the field. Still unable to identify this young man that was injured, with whom the ambulance is waiting to load.
Yeah, Trail's out there, but we were looking for number 4.
Yes.
Jaggers takes the snap, throws it into the end zone, incomplete.
Jaggers pass is incomplete.
And it is Derek Hollowell being attended to on the sideline. Not sure what happened on that. We'll try to get some word on that in the first, or during halftime, I mean.
Brings up 4th and 3 for the Tigers, and they're obviously going to go for it here.
They're going to keep the offense on the field. Trigg shows blitz. Jaggers is going to roll to his right, looks down the field, and overthrown, looking for Trail Riley. He had Trail wide open. A little too much on the pass, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. We'll give it to Trigg County with 1 minute and a second left to go in the first half. So we'll see what Trigg County decides to do. They've had a lot of success on the ground tonight, Bob, but went to the air a couple of times. That last drive kind of caught us off guard, especially deep in their own territory. This time they're going to take over at the 20.
And they have wide receivers out to either side.
Jordan's going to keep it himself, goes right up the middle, picks up about 9 on the play. We'll call it maybe 8. They'll stop his progress at the 28-yard line.
Takes it out here to the 28-yard line. Timeout Wildcats.
Trigg County calls timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by Russo Law of Princeton. A The score in a lopsided game still in the first half. It's Owensboro dominating Marshall County 36-0. Actually, at the half now, Owensboro leads that one 43-0. Logan County has taken a 7-3 lead over Hopkinsville. That one also at the half. Scroll on down, see if we see any more. That's all we have coming up at the halftime is those two scores. Area scores are brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Contact Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management for all of your financial and retirement planning needs. Bob, they've been attending to Derek Hollowell on the sideline for some time now. I'm not sure what the situation is. Nothing up from Todd Griffith from the sideline on Twitter so far.
And you don't see him, you know, you could have a broken arm or I don't want to speculate, but something, maybe a potential break.
Trigg County comes back on the field after the timeout. 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Cam Jordan has one back in the backfield. He's going to try to go to the air. It's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver up near the 40-yard line. Intended for Jacoby Bridges. 3rd down coming up for Trigg County.
And they're putting Derek in the ambulance, and it looks like they've stabilized his head, so potential taking all kinds of caution here.
Trigg County back to the line. 48 seconds left to go in the first half. 2 receivers set each way for Trigg. Jordan keeps it, takes it off the right side up across the 30 to about the 31-yard line.
Jordan on the carry. Tackle made for number 15, Ben Holt.
Ben Holt on the tackle for Caldwell County.
And
it was enough for a first down for Trigg, so clock stopped while they moved the chains. Ball spotted at the 31 of Trigg County. 1st and 10. Clock starts back up. Jordan drops back to pass, looks down the field. This one complete at the 40. Nice hit by Caldwell County.
Jordan's pass is complete to number 3, Tyron Grubbs.
That pass complete to Grubbs. Caleb Burton with another tackle for the Tigers. Flag in the backfield. We'll see what this one is. Apparently against Trigg County, looks like from here. Flag thrown inside the 25-yard line. They'll bring it back to the 21 is where they're going to spot this one. I didn't pick up that sign by the white hat, Bob.
I think it was holding. They've marked it off from the line of scrimmage,
okay.
A 10-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Wildcats.
So we'll see how daring the Wildcats want to get down just 20-13 right now with about half a minute to go in the first half. Both teams go to the sideline. I did not see them signal a timeout for anybody. Not a real demonstrative crew on the field tonight in the stripes. Both teams on the field, apparently one did get the timeout. Caldwell County Band of Pride set to take the field at halftime along with a lot of those cheerleaders. Bob, and I'll let you tell something about how your granddaughter's been practicing for tonight.
Well, you can see them from up here. They're a bunch of little girls down on the track, that's for sure.
Cheerleading clinic going on here at Caldwell County, and they'll perform at halftime tonight, as will the Caldwell County Band of Pride. Both teams back out on the field, 28 seconds to go in the half. And Trigg facing a 1st and 22. Three receivers set to the left, 2 receivers to the right with an empty backfield for Jordan. He's going to keep it himself. Bounces it to his right side, still on his feet. And that's Trell Riley comes up, finishes that tackle off. Pick up out to about the 25-yard line for Trigg County. And they may be content just to let this one tick down, just down 1 score. field clock down to 5 seconds, and it looks like they're not going to try to get a playoff. So that's going to do it for the first half. After one half of play, it's Caldwell County 20, Trigg County 13. We'll be back with the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Bob will have all of the first half stats. We'll take a look down to the second half and also get you to check out on the replay tonight the Band of Pride, as we'll keep the camera on those guys for most of the half. So stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and online at WPKYonline.com. And this is WPKY Princeton. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Princeton, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Been one of the greatest agricultural communities in Kentucky and in the country. That comes with responsibility, especially during harvest season. Rail Electric reminds heavy farm roads, state power lines, and underground utilities when moving large or elevated equipment. And when beginning any excavation project, fence posts. Call Penny Rail Electric. They've been cooperative for 1 year.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, FDIC, and Equal
Lock
Housing
in your
Lender.
price for the winter by taking advantage of Fortner Gas Company's pre-buy and levelized billing programs. The pre-buy contract allows customers to pre-purchase propane based on previous year's usage. Purchase for delivery after October 1st. The option allows you to lock in the price of your propane without making payment for the entire pre-purchase at one time. Price per gallon is set after October 1st and divided into 12 monthly payments from your checking account or credit card. Fortner Gas Company, Princeton, Cadiz, Murray, and Madisonville.
For your home for Tiger Sports, 1580, 103.3 WPKY and WPKOnline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Kay's Kitchen, Caldwell County Health Department, McDonald's of Princeton, Princeton Health and Rehab, General Electric, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant, Raider Auctions, KFC, and by the Joshua Tree. On 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
This is Jeff Rousseau, attorney at law. Gloria, Morgan, and I want to first thank our families, friends, and clients for your continued support of our business. Warmer weather is here, and many of you will be making improvements around your home. If you're planning on taking out a home equity loan or line of credit to fund your project, tell your lender you'd like to use our office to handle the title examination and other services required for the transaction. Our competitive pricing and quick turnaround time will make the process even easier for you. We're located at 100 East Court Square in downtown Princeton. Give us a call today at 365-2763.
This is an advertisement. This is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
Fall is here, and let the entertaining begin. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. With family gatherings about to begin, we are offering for the month of October, buy a sofa and get the Love Cedar Accent Chair half off. Special orders are included. Wow, that's an exciting deal right there. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique and take advantage of this awesome deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, 102 Northfield Drive in Princeton, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should
For authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Or you might want to try the new street tacos. Tacos de asada, tacos de carnita, or tacos de chorizo. La Potosina is now open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, and Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant, in Princeton or Marion.
The new GMC Sierra is here in 2019, the most sophisticated luxury truck on the road today. In 2019, they've released the AT4, the ultimate off-road vehicle for off-road enthusiasts and hunters alike. The AT4 comes with a factory-installed 2-inch lift and off-road wheels and tires. In the front of the pack is where the Denali with the 6.2-liter engine, followed by the SLT and SLE trim levels. More refined styling and badging has added a bold appearance for the most sought-after vehicle in the truck market. Trice Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Princeton.
We're your home for Tiger Sports, 1580, 103.3 WPKY and WPKYOnline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Bella Marie Boutique, Bashir Sawmill, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Cozy Living, Varlas Realty, Fortner Gas, Fredonia Valley Bank, Break Wall Chinese Restaurant, and by Herb Hayes Furniture on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers. We're your home for Tiger Sports, 1580, 103.3 WPKY and WPKYOnline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, You Ride, Wallace Towing, ABC Finance, and by Planters Bank. On 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Back to Tiger Stadium. We're at halftime as Caldwell County leads Trigg County 20-13. Big game for Caldwell County as they're trying to sew up the district title and home field for at least 2 playoff games after the season. But Bob, a tougher game than a lot maybe thought was going to happen tonight. Caldwell County a 30-point favorite according to Lichtenhouse ratings. Right now only ahead by 7 over Trigg County at 20-13. This is the Little Caesars halftime report brought to you by our friends at Little Caesars of Princeton. Bob, we've had different commercials for them tonight. I'll make my own tonight. You get in late from work, you've got to go do a ball game. You run by Little Caesars, get the $5 hot and ready pepperoni pizza. Great meal right before a ball game tonight. So anytime you're running late and need something to fill up maybe 1 or 2 people, $5.30, you're in and out with a good hot pepperoni pizza.
You're definitely not going to wait because we were there only for about a minute and a half picking up that pizza. And then you get to, if you bring it up to the press box, you get to enjoy passing it around and sharing it and all that.
You can make friends. So there's another plus to the Little Caesars thing. You get a hot pizza and you're making friends.
Almost like a little picnic, if you will. And here at halftime, Caldwell County, and we should be further ahead, Dennis. We get to the 1-yard line and then fumble it into the end zone, or it would be a higher score than what it is now. But Caldwell County leading here at halftime 20-13, and we'll go over the scoring here. Scoring first in the game was Trigg County on a Bridges 22-yard pass from Cam Jordan at the 5-minute 19-second mark of the first half. The PAT attempt was no good. Trigg County leading 6-0 at that time. In the first quarter, Caldwell County strikes on a De'Eric Hollowell 3-yard run. Blake Brett with the extra point, coming with 1:36 seconds to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County taking a 7-6 lead at that point. In the second quarter, Caldwell County on the board again on a 1-yard run by De'Eric Hollowell. PAT attempt this time was no good. That score coming with 9 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Caldwell County taking a 13-6 lead. Trigg County comes back on a 4-yard run by Bridges. The PAT was good. That coming at the 5-minute 14-second mark of the second quarter, and Trigg County ties it at 13-13. Caldwell County then comes down. Oliver Parker on a 34-yard pass from Joby Jaggers by Brett with the extra point. That coming with 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Caldwell County taking a 20-13 lead, which is the score where we now stand. In the stats department for Caldwell County in the rushing department, De'Eric Hollowell, 8 carries for 94 yards with 2 touchdowns tonight. Jameer Riley, 4 carries, 42 yards. Joby Jaggers, 1 carry for 5 yards. Caldwell County, 13 running attempts tonight for 141 yards, an average of greater than 10 yards of rush. In the passing department, Joby not not extremely accurate as he has been all of this season and all of last year. Only 5 out of 14. One pass to Travis Newsom for 9 yards. One to Oliver Parker, 24 yards, resulting in a touchdown. 2 to Jameer Riley for 56 yards. And one pass to Derek Hollowell for 35 yards. The 5 completions totaling 124 yards. Joby, 5 out of 14, as we have said, for 124 yards. Total offense here for the Tigers in the first half, 265 yards. For Trigg County, they've rushed the ball 25 times for 172 yards. They've been in the air 11 times, completing 4, 1 interception. Those 4 receptions resulting in a gain of 34 yards. So the total offense for Trigg County in the first half is right at 206 yards. So Caldwell County leading in that department, leading on the scoreboard. But Trigg County will get the kickoff to start the third quarter when we come back to play in the third quarter. And as we've just mentioned, Derek Hollowell taken off the field on an ambulance has accounted for 94 yards rushing, 35 yards through the air. So we lose 129 yards of offense from Derek. So as we say, next man up, and that more than likely will have to be Jameer Riley, who's played well in the first half. And again, as I mentioned, we get to the 1 yard line on one occasion after a brilliant run by Derek, and we just can't get it end zone. We fumble. Dennis and I both thought maybe the ball had crossed the plane, but we're really not situated where we can really make an accurate claim. All we can do is play homer in that situation.
But I really did thought that it broke the line.
It looked like I don't know how quickly he held the ball or how quickly it came loose, but he was at the goal line. There was no doubt about that. Now, where was the ball in his hands? Or not in his hands, as the case may be. But Caldwell County here with 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining at halftime, and when they come out on the field, they always put the extra 3 minutes on when this clock winds down. So sure we're making some adjustments. We weren't able to play the defensive end position extremely well tonight, and again, Bridges hasn't really lit it up through the air tonight. Basically only 4 out of 11, and probably 3 of his completions came early, probably like 1 out of 7, with 1 interception the last 8 times he threw the ball. So another one of these interesting situations that develop in the first half. We'll see how we come out in the third quarter, and we'll see how much our physical play will take its toll on Trigg, which features 5 or 6 kids going both ways. So a lot to be seen here in the second half when we return to action.
Thank you for that, Bob. This is the Little Caesars halftime report brought to you by Little Caesars of Princeton. And Bob, we're up 20-13. Haven't really played bad. Haven't capitalized on a lot of the potential big plays we had, like the fumble there at the goal line. So we just got to take care of the ball better. Again, turnovers much like last week. Really keeping this one close at halftime, like we were down last week by 7. This week leading by 7, but still a close game as Trigg County trying to get back in the district race right now. A win tonight would do them a world of good. A win for Caldwell County seals up the district race for the Tigers and home field advantage through a couple of playoff games. This is our last home game of the regular season. Next week we will be on the road to Fort Campbell. Right now Fort Campbell at the half is trailing Union County 21-0. So we will be on base next week. Bob and Coach Barnes will be on with the Coach Barnes show at 6. We'll be on the air with the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show at 6:30, and then kickoff from Fort Campbell next week at 7 o'clock. After that, we've got a bye week, finish the regular season on the road at Mayfield, and then it's playoff time for Caldwell County.
And Dennis, looking at these stats with Trigg County rushing 25 times for 172 yards, they had 3 rushes that totaled 89 yards, a big 65-yard run, and 2 12-yard runs totaling 89 yards. So you take those 3 rushes out, then Trigg County has rushed the ball for 22 times and 83 yards. So that's a better but still they're getting 4 and 5 yards around in, and some of these negative plays resulting in some sacks push the total back to where it is right now. And in the passing department, they've only hit one big gain tonight for 22 yards, and my little granddaughter's up here showing me her shirt.
She did a good job tonight
Yes.
down with the cheerleaders.
Yes.
She's excited about that tonight.
It's always got to come up and hug her granddaddy,
There you go.
so, which warms my heart. So the 22-yard pass completion only nets Trigg County 12 yards on the other 3 receptions. So you can't say we dominated the game, but you take away 4 of their offensive plays, you give us the touchdown at one end, and we may be up by 3 scores easily, because one of those, that's big long run by Trigg, set up their touchdown.
Yeah, it's a game that could be easily 27-13 Caldwell County. Or on the flip side of that, you got to question some of the calls by Trigg County at times tonight. They had the ball deeper in their own territory. We questioned before the play was even snapped, would they even try to throw the ball in that situation, facing third, and I think they were inside their 10 at the time. So, and they did. Gabe East made a good break on the ball, came up with the interception. Caldwell County in good field position there. So you kind of question them. They've had so much success on the ground, you kind of wonder why they're even going to the air at times when they're deep in their own end. They may see something they like. But we've really got to tighten up that situation on the ends. That Trigg County is not getting a lot up the middle, but they're able to get outside, not just on the regular plays from scrimmage, but there's been a couple of kickoffs tonight that they've kind of burned us a little bit, getting to the sideline and picking up an extra 20, 25, 30 yards.
And when you mention that, it always looks like that we've got the kickoff contained until they break it outside, and nobody's covering at that end position. And so yes, we've given up a few yards on kickoff coverage tonight. So a lot of things that we can work on and improve here at halftime to maybe have a better second half, if you will. So it's anybody's game right now, but it's good to have a 7-point lead and leading by 7 than trailing by 7.
Right.
So Tigers have got to band together again like they did last week, and maybe we're a second half team this year. Dennis, you establish your own identity, and it could be that it takes us 2 quarters to kind of wake up. And
well, they did last week, that's for certain, and hopefully the same situation this week. A little bit of an update on Derek Hollowell. We can't speculate on what the problem may be. We can verify that he had a little trouble on the sideline. I don't think it's a situation with anything broken that we're aware of, but did have some difficulties on the sideline. Ambulance came, picked him up, and he is going to the local hospital for some evaluation. And if we receive anything further, we will pass that along certainly in the second half, but our prayers go out to Derek and his family tonight as we wait to get word on his condition. Certainly we'll miss him, but his health foremost in everybody's minds and hearts here tonight at Tiger Stadium. We're about 51 seconds away from kicking this second half off. That's been the Little Caesars halftime report. Little Caesars in Princeton, and we can vouch for those guys tonight. We had the pizza here before the game. We were running a little bit tight on schedule. I was. You picked me up for the game. I said, let's run by Little Caesars. I'm about to starve. I ran a little bit late on some things today. They had it. They call it hot and ready. It's hot and ready. You can get even added pepperonis to it for another $1 if you want to spend $6.36 or $5.30, whichever you want. You can get the classic or the extra most bestest, but a great place to stop in and grab a pizza, head to the game, and like you said, you're not going to eat a whole pizza. I'm not going to eat a whole pizza. We'll make some friends, and somebody always wants a slice of pizza.
And the older you get, Dennis, I'm finding out that you want to eat less and less. So
well, I probably needed to eat less than I did tonight. I'll pay for it in a couple hours.
40 years ago, I could have eaten that whole pizza and still been hungry.
But it was great, and we appreciate Brian and the guys down at Little Caesars for the work they do there and the great product they put out, and also for helping us to bring you Tiger football here on WPKY. Teams are back out on the field. As we said, Barrett Schultz suffered a concussion last night in the soccer game. He's out at least for tonight, maybe longer than that. Blake Viverette filling in for him tonight. Did a good job on the extra points. tonight.
The two that he's had a chance to boot, he's booted through, and what, you couldn't ask for anything more from a freshman.
And he approaches the ball at the 40. We are underway here in the second half. This one fielded not cleanly at the 25. They're going to pick it up back to the 20. Now the hole up the middle of the field. He's going to try to get it to the outside again. Good pursuit by the Tigers, but still nobody able to wrap him up until he gets up to the 34-yard line. And they are a very elusive bunch, Bob. They don't run right into a tackle. They've got some good skills at their footwork.
And they change direction really quickly and efficiently, too.
So we are underway. Third quarter brought to you by Cozy Living in Princeton.
And they're marked at the 33.
So Trigg County takes over, 1st and 10 with a trip set to the left. It's going to be Jordan keeping it himself, gets up across the 40. And Bob, for about the last 3 or 4 possessions, save for a handful of passes, it's just been Cam Jordan lining up saying, I'm about to run this ball, can you stop me? And we've had trouble. This run is going to take it all the way up.
I think there's a penalty flag.
44, but there is a flag. It's going to be a hold against Trigg County. And that will back it up, but Trigg County's really not fooling anybody out of most of these sets that they put up.
Maybe that's how they've been able to get around the end. Dennis is holding.
Holding? Maybe they're just now picking it up on the field. The holding will move them back to the 23-yard line. And whistle on the field. We'll see what the referees are going to talk about here.
And again, it's a 5-man crew tonight. And we'll see a 5-man crew maybe for the rest of the season, except Mayfield, and I think we'll see a 7-man crew there. First Region football referees working 7-man crews down there.
I would like to find that happy medium of 6. I think 6 would be ideal to have. I know there's a money issue, and teams have to pay these guys, and certainly they deserve the money that they get getting out there on the field and hearing it from the stands quite a bit. But they do, by and large, they do a good job. But 5 of them covering a whole field is a little bit tough situation.
We're not sure what the discussion was about. They're still holding play up.
Tell them if they give us some signals, we'll stop it.
And something, I think, maybe a clock issue they're talking about. Now we're set to go, 11:44. We're just underway here in the second half. Trigg County's Jordan takes it just off right tackle. Gain is out near the 30-yard line. I think they'll stop him at about the 29. Devin Kilgore with the tackle for Caldwell County.
Pickup of 6 yards. That will make it 2nd and 14 for Trigg.
Caldwell County leading this one 20-13. Trigg County seems to get more deliberate as this game's going along. They had a little bit more urgency, it seemed like, early in the ball game. Now, with these runs, they're just taking their time. Play clock down to 3.
And that's a combination of getting tired, I think, Dennis.
And play clock expires. I don't think Trigg County noticed that, but you're right, Bob. I think that could be a matter of fatigue starting to set in. Delay of game against Trigg County will back them up 5 yards. And it's amazing how over the years we've been able to set our pace by Caldwell County and as quick as they run their plays. And you can almost feel a difference in the other teams, just like Trigg County did there. If they're not in their regular rhythm, you can tell it on when they should be coming up to the line of scrimmage and when they actually are. This time, they've got the plays set. And it's going to be Cam Jordan right up the middle. And just a big dose of Cam Jordan. I don't know that anybody else has touched the ball in the last several plays, but he's not going to pick up much there. Gets out to the 25-yard line of Trigg County.
1 yard run that time, and again, he's taking physical punishment, and he's wearing down. Brings up 3rd and 13.
They've got 3rd and 13. They've got 3rd and 19 on the scoreboard. They've got to get to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 18.
3rd and 18 now for Trigg County. It's Jordan back to pass. It's complete over the middle at the 30. Caldwell County hits him and brings him down short of the first down at the 39-yard line. We'll take it back. Let's call it the 38-yard line. The good hit by Caldwell County. So it'll bring up 4th down and long for Trigg County. They'll bring out the punt unit. So a good stand by that Tiger defense to open this second half. And Bob, still a very warm night here at Tiger Stadium. We've got fans going on us up here in the press box, probably still feeling like it's around the low 80s at this point.
4th and 5 situation for Trigg. You got to be careful about any fake, because Bridges is one of their quick, fast, speedy backs.
And we've been burned on that mostly earlier in the season. He gets the ball away. This one's going to be received at the 31-yard line. It's going to be East across the 35, slips and taken down just shy of the 40. JB saw a hole trying to get around the right side, slipped when he tried to make the turn up the field. Goes down. It'll be Caldwell County ball, 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 8:53 to go in the third quarter. Caldwell still leading this one 20-13. Tigers a 30-point favorite tonight according to the Lickenhouse ratings, but Trigg County's come in trying to make a stand and get back in this district race. Pitch is going to go to Trail Riley. Trail Riley's across the 40 and brought down at about the 42-yard line. Jacoby Bridges on the tackle for Trigg County, rather. Bob, that's one of those players that plays both ways. You mentioned they've got 6 or 7 that go both ways.
Pickup of 4 yards on that play brings up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
Jaggers 3 receivers set to his right. He's going to look to the right, get some pressure, and throws it out of bounds. Receiver in the area was Newsom. Jaggers took a pretty good lick after the throw. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Trigg County's brought the pressure a little bit more as this game has gone along. Early tonight, Jaggers had plenty of time to throw. That way rushed very quickly. Trigg County shows blitz. We'll see if they drop out of it. Olden in motion. Whistle stops that play. And it's going to be a procedure call against Caldwell County. I'm not sure who that was. As after Holden went into motion, I didn't see anybody else move. East is going to come in for Riley. East and Parker on the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Jameer Riley in the backfield. Derek Hollowell out of this ball game. Jaggers drops back, gets some protection. They go over the middle, complete at the 48 of Trigg County. That was Newsom on the reception. Nice pattern by Newsom, and it's a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County, down to the 45-yard line of Trigg County. 2 receivers each way for Caldwell County. Samuel in the backfield this time. Jaggers goes for it all to Parker. It's complete at the 15, 10-5, touchdown Tigers. Second hookup tonight for Jaggers to Parker. And another great throw. Bob, we talked about the difference in Jaggers. He's just deadly accurate with protection.
And he had a little bit of pressure at that time, but Oliver breaking open, the ball was laid out there perfectly for him.
Parker had some pretty good coverage on that one, got maybe a step on him, but pretty good coverage. Just the pass was that good. Fell right into Parker. He made the catch, took it in 15 yards after the catch. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Extra points brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton, where you can get 3 street tacos for $5. 7:54 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County extends it to their biggest lead of the night. It's the Tigers 27, the Wildcats 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
In Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
Back to Tiger Stadium. This is Tiger football on WPKY. Blake Viverette set to kick this one away from his 40. Most of his kicks tonight, Bob, have been line drive kicks or on the ground. Not a lot of distance, but well covered by the Tigers. Viverette puts this one in the air. Pooch type kick's going to get fielded at the 22-yard line by Trigg County. They'll come back towards the middle with some blockers. They get across the 30 and drag down at about the 33-yard line. Slayton on the stop for Caldwell County. Young man headed back to the team just a couple of weeks ago. Good to see him getting things straightened out, get back on the field for the Tigers. So it's going to be Trigg County 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line with 7:46 to go in the third quarter.
And that was a good tackle on the kickoff return. Seth wrapped him up and wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, that's what we're needing more of, especially when maybe to put Seth out on the end somewhere, because we've had a lot of trouble with those. Cam Jordan in the backfield with one back, 2 receivers each way for him. He's going to drop back past Caldwell County. Breaks in, but it's intercepted at the 33-yard line. That's Gabe East with his second interception of the night. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown Tigers. Was that East or was that Van Hoosier? I think that kid's too big for East. Let's see who that is.
I think it's a 32. Could be.
32 is Van Hoosier. Tate Van Hoosier on the interception. Excuse me, I saw the 2 on this side. Thought it was East, but a nice jump on the ball. Tate Van Hoosier picked that one off and took it to the house. Pick 6 for Van Hoosier, and the lead is out to 20, pending the extra point. Bob, it's almost eerily similar to last week. Blake Viverette on to attempt the extra point. The Taco John's extra point is up and good. 7:33 left to go in the third quarter. Caldwell County extends its lead now. It's the Tigers 34, Trigg County 13. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And
people playing the game, but what about poor old Mom? Mom, who makes sure the uniform is clean. Mom, who makes sure everyone arrives to practice on time. Mom, who picks up what was forgotten and takes the item to their favorite player. Mom, who makes sure her athlete is fed and ready to go. Mom, who cheers for the team no matter what the score. The time has come to recognize Mom. Sign up today for the YourSportsEdge.com Sports Mom of the Month contest, presented by Magnolia 2 Boutique. Enter now at YourSportsEdge.com.
Back to Tiger Stadium. This is Tiger Football on WPKY. Caldwell County trailed last week 14-7 at the half. Won that one by 33 with 33 second half points. Well on the way here in the second half as they've jumped out on Trigg now 34-13. Kickoff received by Trigg County at the 27. They're up the left side. Left hash mark stopped shy of the 40. So Trigg County will come out 1st and 10. Looks like from about their 38-yard line. Still 7 1/4 left, Bob. Caldwell County has hit some big strikes and done bigger than that 33-yard interception return by Tate Van Hoosier.
And
that's a player we didn't even know if we would have tonight.
No, we were not sure that he would just put a helmet on for the first time yesterday with his injured ear. So kudos, in the right place at the right time. Knew what to do with it.
Jordan takes it up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, brought down after he crosses the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Clock running, though, for Caldwell County. Lead out now to 21, so the clock becomes more of a friend than ever.
And that was your basic pickup of 4 yards on the play. So, and Trigg is certainly not as fast playing here as you mentioned earlier, Dennis, in this half as they were in the first half.
Yeah, you would think their sense of urgency would pick up down 21 and over half gone in the third quarter. It's Cam Jordan takes a snap. He drops back, looks to throw. He's going to go near sideline, and it's complete at the 27-yard line. He's going to walk in for the touchdown. Coverage was by Barron Wells. Barron had tight coverage. It was just kind of a jump ball situation. Trigg County able to go up, pick that one up. Barron came down on the ground and slipped, and the receiver was just gone after that. Nobody back deep for Caldwell County. So Trigg strikes quickly, pulls himself back into the ball game, pending the extra point as Caldwell tries to hurry one man on. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:35 to go in the third quarter, we've got a ball game again. It's Caldwell County 34, Trigg County 20. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Something that can remain the same is reliability. And here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, reliability and honesty are a few of our top priorities. So if you're looking for heating and air service, give us a call at 270-896-5044 or come visit us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
Back to Tiger football on WPKY. Flag was on the play on that extra point attempt, Bob. I think the referees are still trying to sort out what's the call on this one.
I would think they'd penalize whatever, probably a major penalty, I would think. Roughing the kicker, I guess. So they're going to mark all 15 yards.
I still haven't found the white hat to get the call from him. He's back behind the offense of Caldwell County. It's going to be against Caldwell County, obviously a 15-yard penalty, as Trigg County will kick off from the Tiger 45-yard line.
Tigers up here by 14 points with 6 minutes 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. Trigg County scoring on a big long pass play, 59 yards to Bridges.
Is Bridges also a junior? I want to say he is. Yes. So we'll see Bridges and Jordan again next season. Trigg's going to angle this to the corner, stayed inbounds. It's going to be a touchback. So Caldwell County will take over from their own 20-yard line, leading this one 34-20 with 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Not a lot of scores being posted tonight. Hopkinsville trailing at the half 7-3 to an undefeated Logan County team. Still no word on, no update on De'Eric Hollowell. Hollowell taken off the field by ambulance, or off the bench by ambulance, being checked out at the local hospital. Jaggers gets a lot of pressure. He throws. If it's complete, it's going to be for a loss. And it is complete to Oliver Parker, but he'll lose 2 yards on the play back to the 18-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. And Trigg really coming with more pressure here in the second half. Jaggers has not had the time he had early in the ballgame. Jaggers takes it, quick hit to Parker, is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Would have been a great time to hit Parker. Had he got by the one defender, it was green the rest of the way. But instead, 3rd down and 12 for Caldwell County. Jaggers is going to go empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Joby takes a snap, drops back, gets some more pressure. This time, almost intercepted and almost a pick 6 for Trigg County. We dodged a big bullet on that one.
I think that surprised the Trigg County kid to the point where he drops it.
Yeah, that's Kyron Grubbs. I think he looked up the field because all he could see was the scoreboard, not a player between him and the scoreboard. And it went in and out of his hands. We were a split second away from this being a one-touchdown ball game.
Maybe that's why he plays defense. We heard up here.
Branch with a nice punt after some big pressure takes a Caldwell County bounce. It's fielded at the 48 of Trigg County. He'll be brought down just across midfield. But a good job by Trip Branch to hold his composure under heavy pressure and get probably his best kick of the game off.
Another 34-yard punt.
One final already in from Owensboro. It was Owensboro over Marshall County tonight, 50-7. So Trigg County starts out this possession in Caldwell territory at the 48-yard line. Handoff to number 33 for Trigg County. He gets up to about the 45-yard line. That is Jude Hunter, another junior. So Trigg County's key players next year offensively all coming back. One thing they will have to address next year is what Caldwell had to address last year. They lose just about the whole starting offensive line. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for Trigg. Jordan takes it, rolls right, looks down the field to the sideline. Let's see if they're going to give them a reception inbounds. It is caught, but a short gain. Picks up about 1 on the play. Riley Stallings with the reception.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and long for the Wildcats. 5:03 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
3rd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Jameer Riley has coverage near side, along with Dylan Cavanaugh. Snap is back to Jordan. He's going to take it and hit hard at the 45-yard line.
Caleb Burden, maybe?
Drew Davis on the big hit on Jordan. No gain, 4th down coming up for Trigg County. We'll see if they'll punt it away or try something in Caldwell territory. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field, Bob. Caldwell leading this one 34-20.
Could come back and haunt Trigg County if they don't make it.
2 receivers each way. Jordan looked like he was going to run, get some protection. He's going to go for the bomb down the corner on the right side. Incomplete. Overthrown by about 5 yards. So a good job by the Tiger defense as they'll take over on the turnover on downs. And they'll take over with 4:16 to go here in the 3rd, leading 34-20. Caldwell will have possession at their own 44-yard line. Empty backfield for Jaggers. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And Coach Will Bars did not like what he was seeing. Ran up the field, got the timeout on the sideline. Timeouts this season are brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton, ready to serve all of your legal needs. Bob, a better half by Caldwell County so far, much like last week, but Trigg County still hanging around, just down 2 touchdowns.
And where we could have maybe scored a touchdown, Dennis, now that department is even because the Trigg County kid that dropped that sure pass interception had a sure 6 waiting for him. They only had to go about 20 yards and nobody in his way.
Yeah, I think his eyes couldn't believe what he was seeing. Ball right to him, 20 yards away with nobody between him and the goal line. So Caldwell County got a break on that one. I wouldn't say the most well-executed game by either team so far tonight.
It's kind of a chess match. It's still continuing to be a chess match. We're probing them, they're probing us, and
one thing that's given us some trouble, we do not have Derek Hollowell. He's taken to the hospital to get checked out near halftime. So that's a big player to lose. You talked about the amount of offense he accounted for in that first half. This time, I think that Travion Samuel
Travion or Seth.
Travion Samuel with the carry up to the 45-yard line. Short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Short gain brings up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
So that's a tough kid to replace. You've got Jameer Riley, but then you take away a receiver on most of your plays. Samuel's going to stay in the backfield, go into motion. He's in the flat on the left side. Jaggers instead comes near side to Parker at midfield.
Jaggers pass is complete to number 9.
So Oliver's play will pick it up. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers.
It's the game just across midfield. 3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
Clock running with 3:21 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Travion Samuel in the backfield. Trip set to the left. Parker, the lone receiver, to the right. Trigg showing blitz. They bring the linebacker. Jaggers hit complete to Parker. Shakes a tackler, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oliver Parker, 3 tonight for Parker as he gets the hat trick. Man-to-man coverage. Parker had the inside position on the little slant route. Dodged one tackler, and he was off to the races. 3rd time tonight, the hookup between Jaggers and Parker comes through. Caldwell County now has doubled up Trigg County 40-20. Extra point coming up on the Taco John's extra point attempt by Blake Viverette.
It looks so easy when that play gets executed properly.
Good job by the Tigers to pick up that blitz
yes.
because Trigg brought 2 linebackers on the play.
And Joby took a hit on that play.
Extra point, no good.
No good.
Hooked it just a hair to the left. So with 3:01 to play in the 3rd quarter, Caldwell County out in front now, 40-20 over Trigg County. And more scoring in this half than in this quarter than the whole first half altogether.
That pass
we'll
play.
Keep this right here, Jonathan.
That pass play to Oliver Parker covered 50 yards from Joby.
And Joby's done a good job tonight standing in. Trigg County's tried to bring the pressure quite a bit more, especially after the first quarter. Joby's taken a few hits after he's thrown the ball tonight, but he delivered a strike to Parker on that one for their 3rd hookup of the night. And there must have been a flag on that extra point attempt because we are going to retry this one.
Penalty against the Wildcats.
Flag was on Trigg County, so Blake Viverette gets a mulligan. And we all love mulligans.
Especially when we make them count. and this one, since the first one was no good, we'll count on this one then.
Yeah, we can go ahead and write this one on the board. I bet kick is up.
Looks good.
And this one is good. So Viverette makes good on the mulligan, 41-20 now, Caldwell County. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Home for Tiger Sports, 1580, 103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Taco John's, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust, Black Patch Grill, Goodwin Insurance, Dr. Carl Hinton, Jeff Russo Attorney, First Southern National Bank, Little Caesars Pizza, and by McGregor Group Heating and Cooling on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Back to Tiger football on WPKY. Working towards the end of the 3rd quarter, Caldwell County has moved back ahead by 21, 41-20 over Trigg County. Oliver Parker with his 3rd touchdown reception of the night. And Viverette will tee this one up at the 40. Viverette approaches. Kick is in the air. It's going to be fielded at the 27-yard line, far sideline. They want to come back to the middle. He dodges a couple of tacklers up across or right near the 40-yard line. I think they'll mark it right at the 40. Bob, a couple of interesting games tonight that we talked about. It is McCracken County at the end of 3 leading Henderson County by a score of 22-10. And a team that we're all too familiar with late in the season, Elizabethtown, coming into tonight only 4-3 on the season, taking care of 1-7 Adair County tonight, 56-14. And Bob, you still got to believe somewhere down the line, we've been in this class this is our 4th year broadcasting, and we've met Elizabethtown all 3 years so far, and it looks like it could be another setup for that this year.
That's a possibility.
Option pitch goes to the far side for Trigg County, and late hit out of bounds. You could see that coming from here clear across the field. Caldwell County made the tackle at the 45, but it was kind of a headlock snapmare, I think they used to call it on the old Gordon Soley days on TBS Wrestling. It's going to be a personal foul against Caldwell County, as that move is going to cost the Tigers after the play.
Probably a 15-yarder down to our 40.
I could date myself a little bit more and say a Lance Russell and Dave Brown call on the Channel 7 wrestling from way back in the day with Lawler and Dundee, but you get the picture by now. It was a headlock tackle on the far side, but out of bounds. So the penalty is going to take it all the way down to the Tiger 40-yard line, where Trigg County will have 1st and 10 with 2:45 to go in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the far side. They're going to put a receiver in the slot. Caldwell County did not like that set up by Trigg County. They're going to take a quick timeout. We'll keep it right here and talk about our friends at Rousseau Law. Rousseau Law sponsors all the timeouts this year. Rousseau Law is located in downtown Princeton, ready to serve all of your legal needs. And Bob, this is a game, you look at the scoreboard, and we're up 41-20, 2:45 left to go in the third. I don't know about you, it's not a comfortable feeling.
No, it's not, and to our satisfaction, you know, maybe it's good that Trigg County wants to run and get the 3 and 4 yards of play. That they're still playing without a real strong sense of urgency. 20 seconds or so running off the play clock each time that they keep the ball alive and don't pick up the first down.
So Trigg County comes back out after the timeout. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 40-yard line. Jordan in the backfield with one back. He gives the handoff up across the 40, near the 35, probably marked at the 36-yard line. So Trigg County keeping it on the ground, and as you said, picked up about 4 on the play. Clock ticking with 2:25 to go in the third.
And Trigg County quarterback going over to the sidelines after every play to get the play. And
so Cam Jordan will be in the backfield. We'll see how they'll set up. Their normal set is 2 each way. This time they're going to put a slot receiver on the left, so essentially 2 receivers each side, 1 player in the backfield. Jordan's going to keep it himself, go across right tackle. And Caldwell County is doing a much better job sealing that hole up over that side of the line here as we get into the second half.
Maybe they give him to the 34.
Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 1 on the play. So 3rd and 5 for Trigg County. And you got to wonder, as quick as Caldwell County strikes, this probably 4-down territory where they're at for Trigg County.
I would say so. If they're going to go for it at midfield, they're going to go for it definitely in our territory.
And the procedure call against Trigg County, it's like he was going to fake somebody out with the snap of the ball, put it back down. So that'll back them up to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 10 now for the Wildcats.
And you almost think it's a passing situation, which in some instances probably, I'd say 80% plays into our favor. But we still have to guard these kids as they go out on the pass routes.
It is good to see number 32 back in the game this week. He's lined up shoulder to shoulder with Burton. Low snap, Jordan picks it up, rolls right, looks down the field. He's got some pressure, and he goes down back at midfield. Is that 63? Devin Kilgore on the sack for Caldwell County.
Now that might necessitate a punt. And Jordan not willing to throw the ball away either, Dennis, on when he's under pressure. Trigg will punt.
So Caldwell County is going to drop a player back to the 15-yard line. It is not Trell Riley. He came off the field. We'll try to get the number for you. Probably, I would guess, East or Trace Olden.
Whoa,
Kick is up straight up in the air. Won't get anywhere near the
Yeah.
deep back for Caldwell County. This was going to bounce and take a Caldwell bounce. They hold down at the 37-yard line.
Down at the 37-yard line, where it will be first down Tigers.
It was like a wedge that he got straight under and popped it straight up instead of putting it down the fairway.
I wish some of my wedge shots looked like that.
I'd rather have that than the sculled ones that go 20 yards over the green, but you know those are coming. Caldwell County's going to take the field with Travion Samuel getting a big dose of the running back position here in the third quarter for Caldwell. He'll line up to the left shoulder of Jaggers. Trip set to the right. Jaggers throws incomplete, looking for Samuel. Probably worked out better that he did not catch the ball, because had Travion turned around, there were 3 white jerseys ready to cave in on him for a loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Caldwell.
.23 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 4 touchdowns so far here in the third quarter. 3 by the Tigers, 1 by Trigg County.
Forward pitch to Trace Holden. He's brought down across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. I think the coaching staff wanting a little horse collar on that one. And I don't think Caldwell will get another play off before the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 41, Trigg County 20. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 The Tiger, and also worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
In Princeton, Trilogy offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals, like yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. So come work out in a family-friendly environment at Trilogy Performance Sports, located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports Princeton. 270-601-1824.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Back to Tiger Football on WPKY. Oliver Parker on the quick reception for Caldwell County as we're quickly underway here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living of Princeton. Caldwell County has it 1st and 10. Little Caesars first down at their own 47-yard line. 3 receivers set. Widest one out is Newsom. Handoff goes to Samuel, finds a hole, lowers his head, and plows over the middle inside Trigg County territory down to the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. So a lot of play here by Travion. I'm sure that's a player you'll like talking to Coach Barnes about tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna love this. Travion's hard to bring down.
Yeah, he had a little room there, still lowered that head and just punishes whoever tries to bring him down.
He can hold on to the ball.
Jaggers with the throw. It's intercepted at the 25-yard line by Trigg County. Stays on his feet. Back up across the 30, 40. Dances around, still trying to go across the field now. Has some room, has a blocker in front of him. Oliver Parker for Caldwell County on that side. Trigg County still on the feet, 30, and brought down at the 25-yard line, far side of the field. Oliver Parker saved the play on the far side, but not until he battled through a tough block. So a good job by Parker. Flag on the play. We'll see if this is after the interception. Jaggers was going for Olden in double coverage. Picked off by Trigg County. flag thrown at about the 45 of Caldwell. Defense is on the field. You got to believe this was after the interception. It's going to be a legal block. There's an illegal block that was declined.
Well, I don't know why they're standing here at midfield, because the play went down to around the 15-yard line.
There's another. Is that a flag all the way down at the 20 on the far side?
Oh, roughing the passer.
Roughing the pass against Trigg County is going to keep it Caldwell County ball. So a big break for the Tigers. After Jaggers had thrown the interception looking for Olden, Caldwell County will get the offense back out on the field.
And
no, it's
at the Trigg, where's the ball marked?
No, roughing the passer is going to come after the interception, Bob. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, Joby was took an extra hard block, I'm assuming.
So Trigg will maintain
Trigg will have the ball. No, he just signaled Caldwell County's. Wait, did he not?
I'm not sure what's happening, Dennis.
I'm not sure he knows. He signaled.
It looks like we have our offense out there.
He signaled towards the scoreboard end, so we do have the offense back out there.
And it's at the 35-yard line. This is going to have to be my weird call of the game.
So the call had to be roughing the passer on the interception. There was another flag on Trigg during the return, but they waved that one off. They'll take the roughing the passer call, which will keep possession for Caldwell County. And if we can get the White Hats to point in the right direction, we're going to be in good shape. It is Caldwell County ball. Caldwell County will have it 1st and 10 from the Trigg County 33-yard line. Jaggers is going to send Parker and East to his right. Jameer Riley now in the backfield with Jaggers. Olden and Newsom to the left. Handoff goes to Jameer Riley, dances around, cuts it up the middle of the field, lowers his shoulder, picks up maybe 2 on the play. And the clock running with 10.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Caldwell County up 41-20. I said I didn't feel comfortable late in the third quarter. Starting to feel a lot more comfortable now. And we'll feel a really a lot of comfort if they can take it in from here. It's Riley on the handoff. Good tacklers dragging him down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line, it looks like. We could see a heavy dose of Jameer Riley unless Trigg comes up and anticipates the run.
That's going to bring a 3rd and 4, and I would say we're in 4-down territory, Dennis.
Referee just gave a sideline warning to Caldwell County. And he's writing that one down slowly back at the 40. Caldwell County set with Tripp set to the right, Newsom to the left alone, and Jameer Riley at the left shoulder of Jaggers.
Play clock down, not a factor yet.
No, Caldwell County will milk that play clock a little bit, let it tick on down inside of 10, I would imagine. Snap is back to Jaggers. He fakes, goes to the corner looking for Newsom, and that one is intercepted in the end zone by Trigg County. And I thought Newsom was going to be able to come down with that one, but Trigg's receiver had a good inside coverage. Again, double coverage. I think that was kind of the same play that Jaggers was intercepted on a little bit earlier. looking for Newsom. So Trigg County will take over with 9:06 left in the ball game, trailing this one 41-20. Caldwell County, in essence, tried to ice it away on that play, but Trigg County has kept the breathing machine alive, if you will, at this point. And the Wildcats will come to the line 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
And tie the play clock down to 2, down to 1. And
they did not get the play off. Bob, there's so many things you don't understand about this. I know Caldwell County has an offense that's geared to the pass. I thought we would get a little bit more of a run. There's we had 3rd and 4, and then Trigg County turns around and like there's no urgency, down 21 with 9 minutes left to go in the third. And they back themselves up with another delay of game penalty. So it's 1st and 15, Trigg County. Cam Jordan in the backfield. He drops back, looks down the field, goes over the middle. It's incomplete. Bounces off a Tiger player. That was East. Was wanting to make the hit. Had he looked up, I think he would have taken the deflection, and he would have been close to 6 points. 2nd and 15 for Trigg County. Clock stops with 8:59 on the incompletion. Stay tuned for the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show coming your way after this ball game. Bob will have all of the stats, then we'll look ahead to next week and the trip to Fort Campbell. Jordan rolls to his right. This one well overthrown, incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 15 now for the Wildcats. McCracken still leads Henderson County with 6 minutes left, 22-17. Area scores tonight and every week brought to you by Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management, where you can talk to Brad about all of your financial and retirement planning needs. Trigg County gets to the line of scrimmage. Jordan takes a snap, drops back. Now he's got some pressure. He's hit, bounces off 2 Caldwell tacklers, but he's not going to bounce off the other 3 coming his way as he's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Back to the no gain on the run.
4th and 14 now for the Wildcats.
And you think that they have to almost go for it.
You're down 3 possessions and 8.5 and ticking on the clock. You would think they are going to drop the punter back.
Unless it's one of those trick plays that...
It is Jacoby Bridges. Snap is over Bridges' head into the end zone. He's going to pick it up, gets the kick away. Touched by Caldwell County, and it's going to be covered. I think it looks like Trigg County may have gotten that ball.
No, we have picked it up.
It's Harrelson. Caldwell had a player try to receive it, and I don't blame him. You're inside the 10, tried to receive that punt. Ball got loose on the ground. I think that was Mitchell Harrelson made the recovery on it for Caldwell County. And they'll take over 1st and goal from their own 6-yard line.
And this obviously is...
Caldwell County can put the final nail in the coffin with a touchdown here. Travion Samuel back on the field and in the backfield for the Tigers. Looks like Trip Branch on the far sideline is one of the receivers. And Trigg County looks like takes the timeout. So timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Morning, Al. Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Back to Tiger Stadium. This is Tiger Football on WPKY. Tigers are going to have it first and goal from the 6-yard line with just under 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. Trying to scroll down for a few scores, but nothing area related here really to get to. Hopkinsville had kicked a field goal to trail by just one a little bit earlier in their game with Logan County. Christian Academy of Louisville, always a powerhouse, looking to stay undefeated, leads DeSales 21-10 in a very good ball game. Handoff to Caldwell County. That was Jaggers. Gives it off to number 7.
Is it Logan McGowan?
Logan McGowan with the carry. Gets it down to the, where did they spot that, Bob? At the,
maybe the 5?
Looks like the 5-yard line. So short gain on the play for McGowan. Jaggers has McGowan in the backfield, hands it off to Logan again. He's going to go down for a loss back at about the 11-yard line. We'll see if they give him forward progress, maybe to the 10, but it's still a loss on the play by McGowan in a play that never really did develop. Ball spotted at the 10. Third and goal from the 10 for the Tigers. That is Tripp Branch and East, along with Olden. The trip set to the right. Newsom still by himself on the left. McGowan in the backfield.
So
Caldwell County letting the play clock run down. He's going to move McGowan to his right shoulder as Newsom splits out a little bit more on the left. Jaggers throws it into the end zone, deflected, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
Pass intended for number 8, Newsom, brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
And they are going to try the field goal attempt. Field goal attempts are brought to you this year by Farless Realty. You can call Farless Realty at 270-365-5058. Viverette's going to put it down from the 16. 26-yard attempt is up.
Looks good.
And good kick by Blake Viverette. Tacks 3 on the board, and Caldwell County now leads this one 44-20 with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll keep it right here, John, on this one. We don't get a lot of field goal opportunities, Bob. That one is sponsored by Farless Realty. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? You don't want to waste precious time. Farless Realty can help you, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They'll work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family and your budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. You can also check out all of their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com. 6:34 left in the ball game. Caldwell County leads this one now 44-20. And a good night by reserve kicker Blake Viverette, taking over for Barry Schultz, who suffered a concussion last night in the Tigers win over Ballard County in soccer.
It's good to see the young man have the success he's having, Dennis, tonight. That's huge.
That was a 26-yard kick, and it had plenty of distance. Puts this one on the ground, fielded at the 33-yard line by an up back for Trigg County. They take it to the middle, hit, and gang tackled back to about the 35. They'll give him forward progress a little bit farther than that. But Caldwell County will bring the defense out, and Trigg County all but has to score on 1 or 2 play drives here to get back in this one, or it's going to be Caldwell County taking care of the district championship again this year, getting the games lined up at home for at least the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. And if I'm not mistaken, Bob, if Paducah-Tillman should pull the upset in their division, they would have to come here. Am I right on that?
You're correct.
For a 3rd round game.
Correct.
Trigg County's Jordan, hands off. They can go across the left side and find some room on the far side. It's going to be enough for a 1st down as they get into Caldwell County territory, down to the 43-yard line of the Tigers. Gabe East on the tackle for Caldwell. So 1st and 10, Trigg County. Clock will start as the chains get set. Cam Jordan hands off again to Trigg. They go up the middle. Got some room. Lowers his head, gets across the 35, down to the 33-yard line.
And that should be enough for a first down.
So back-to-back first downs for Trigg County as they are on the march. You got to figure there are some reserves on the field for Caldwell on the defense at this point. Little pitch to the back in motion, to the receiver in motion, going nowhere. That was number 13 for Trigg County, and that is Jacoby Bridges. Ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Second and a short 9 for Trigg County as they'll send 2 receivers each way. Cam Jordan takes the snap, drops back. He's going to go to the air this time. Looks near side. It's complete at the 22. He's inside the 20. And knee hits the ground down at the 16-yard line. Tackle by number 21. That is Barron Wells for the Tigers. It moves the chains once again as Trigg County picks up another first down. First and 10 Wildcats with 5:20 to go in the ball game. Ball down to the 17-yard line of Caldwell County. Jordan rolls to his left, looks to the end zone. He's going to turn it up the field himself. He's across the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line. Short of a first down, but not by much. Caleb Burden has got to be nearing that tackle total to put him over 100 for the season by now. Jordan takes a snap, 2nd and 1. He's going to keep it himself, picks it up across the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 4. Well, they'll have first and goal. Holt and Van Hoosier in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Referee's talking this one over. I didn't see the flag on the play against Caldwell County. They put it half the distance, so it's going to be spotted at the, well, they gave him an extra yard. What did they,
I'm
he's
not
picking
sure.
the flag up on the far sideline, but that wasn't half the distance because it was spotted at the 4, and they moved it basically to the 3. So I'm not sure of a 1-yard penalty, but that's what it ended up with, more or less, as Trigg County takes over first and goal from the 3. Hand off to the back. He's trying to push the pile, and he's shoved back short of the goal line. Nice stand by the Tiger defense. It's inside the 1. Caldwell down didn't let them score on that one, even though they're knocking on the door, but a good stand by the Tigers.
Going to run off another 25 to 30 seconds.
Getting down close to the 4-minute mark left in the ball game. Jordan in the backfield. You got to believe it's going to be a keeper on him. He does. Lines up and gets hit. They did signal him in. He did at the very last minute kind of fell across the goal line. Touchdown Trigg County. That one comes with 4:02 left in the ball game. And cuts the Tiger lead to 44-26. Bob, I thought for a minute they had him stopped on that one. Little last bit of effort finally gets him into the end zone. And let's see if they'll go for 2. You would think they are. I think it's going to be a dose of Cam Jordan on this one as Trigg County sets up to go for the 2-point conversion. Flags on the play. It'll blow this one dead. Procedure against Trigg County will back them up 5 yards. So we'll see if that calls off the 2-point conversion or if they'll go ahead and go. And you got to, because it's an 18-point lead right now. This will cut it down to a 2-possession ball game. Cam Jordan in the backfield with one back. He's going to roll. Looks to the end zone. He's got some pressure from Caldwell County. Still being chased. Now he's going to try to get to the far side. Flag goes down on the far side. He gets into the end zone.
I think there's holding in Trigg County.
And it may end up being offsetting penalties because there was a little skirmish in the end zone after the play. I think you're right. It had to be a hold on that side initially. We'll see what the flag in the end zone is after the play was over. Maybe unnecessary roughness. It looked like Caldwell, one of Caldwell's players laid a pretty good shot on a Trigg player in the end zone. Not sure which one it was. And both penalties apparently against Trigg County. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Oh, they changed one of the calls against Caldwell County. So does it offset? We'll see if they get to retry for a third time this 2-point conversion. Very long last 5 minutes of this ballgame. We're still sitting on 4:02. And this penalty is going to push Trigg all the way back to the 30-yard line. Bob, I can honestly say this will be the longest 2-point conversion attempt that we've seen in our 4 years. Now they're going to change their mind. They're going to run it back up a little bit to the 15-yard line. So did they just walk off a penalty against one team and walk it back off against the Tigers?
I think one of these refs asked to get a certain number of steps in, and he thought he'd go 15 one way, 15 back, 15 one way, 15 back.
Referee picked up 30 yards on the play as Trigg County puts it up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Hopefully no flags on the play, and we'll get that 2-point conversion out of the way. 4:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. Caldwell leads this one 44-26. And Caldwell County will lock up that district championship and look for this won't be their last home game, just the last regular season home games, as they'll at least have 2 home if they win the first one when the playoffs start here in about a month. McCracken County leads Henderson County now with 1:43 left. Looks like they're going to pull that one out, 36-24. Benton over Massac County 14-0. Owensboro Catholic 34, Hancock County 35-8. And let's see, Corbin, a team with only the 1 loss against Mayfield, 6-1 on the year, 48-0 over Jackson County. Area scores brought to you by Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management. He can take care of all of your financial and retirement planning needs. That's Brad Harrelson at Encompass Wealth Management. So Trigg County will kick this one away to Caldwell.
And I would think we'd be looking for the onside kick here, Dennis. We got our hands team in there, but we still have 2 or 3 people relatively deep.
Yeah, you would think this one is going to go. Trigg County set up to onside on the far side of the field. And it does go 10 yards. Received by Caldwell County at the 39. They'll get it up across the 40 to about the 43.
Was that our guy Ben Holt maybe picking that one up?
We'll see who hops up out of that pile. It is Ben Holt with the nice pickup on the onside kick. Picks up about 4 yards on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Caldwell County from their own 43-yard line. In a cold, molasses, slow fourth quarter here at Tiger Stadium. Jaggers brings the crew out. He'll have Travion Samuel in the backfield, Trace Holden near side, along with, I think that's number 8 this side, Travis Newsom. Handoff to Samuel, hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, gets up across the 45 and brought down near midfield. Nice run after the first hit by Travion Samuel. I think Samuel laid a lick on the guy trying to bring him down. He's still on the ground at the 50. Hope that's nothing more than the wind knocked out of him, but Samuel lowered that head and laid a lick at midfield.
Travion is small and compact.
And we'll hope that player is okay laying there at the 50. They did get him turned over on his back, okay, so we're hoping it's just a matter of the wind knocked out. Bob, earlier in the ball game, Derek Hollowell suffered some type of injury. We don't think it was anything broken or along that lines, but just had some trouble on the sideline. The ambulance did come take him away at halftime. Still no word on the condition of Derek Hollowell, so hopefully we can find out something from Coach Barnes tomorrow morning when you interview him for a Saturday morning quarterback at 9 o'clock tomorrow on 1580, 103.3 WPKY. And, of course, you can listen and watch worldwide on WPKYonline.com. Final in, Hopkinsville did all they could do against undefeated Logan County. They come up short tonight, 10-6 at the Stadium of Champions. Let's see if we have anything else. Lexington Catholic over Western Hills in a battle of 5-2 teams. McLean County 41, Todd Central 7. And the Trigg player is able to get up, walk off.
And that's
under his own
Jacob
power.
Ken, a linebacker, 6 feet, 174. Had a healthy dose of Travion then.
Yeah, I think Travion just lowered that head and took what wind he had out of the young man, had to get his breath back. Travion's going to stay in the ball game at running back. Caldwell County's going to split receivers 2 to each side. 2nd down and 3 for the Tigers. Jaggers letting that play clock tick down. Handoff goes to Samuel. He's got some room on the right side. Cuts it up the field across the 40. 45, lays a lick, stays on his feet down to the 25-yard line. Fun kid to watch run. That initial tackle, unless you really lay it to him, you're going to bounce off like a pinball machine. Samuel lowered that head, knocked a couple of tacklers aside, and got it down to the 25-yard line. Little Caesars first down for the Tigers as we near 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
A 24-yard run by my little guy.
Jaggers in the backfield. Samuel still in at running back. Holden and Newsom to this side. Clock ticking, play clock down to 5. Jaggers takes it, hands off to Samuel. Tries that same hole, this time clogged up by Trigg County. He'll be thrown for maybe a loss on the play.
Mark it back to the 27, give him a 2-yard loss.
So a 2-yard loss by Samuel will bring up 2nd down and 12 for Caldwell County. Two back set in the backfield with Jaggers. 2 receivers to the left. Parker alone on the right side. Handoff is going to come this way.
Oops.
That is number 11, Trace Holden on the carry for Caldwell County.
Was that a handoff or a little pass?
That was a handoff.
And marked at the 25?
I think it is going to be right at the 25. And that was not Parker on the far side. That's Tripp Branch into the ball game. So it's going to be Branch, Olden, and East on the right. Newsom on the left for Jaggers. He's got Travion Samuel in the backfield. Ball spotted at the 25. As we tick down, nearing a minute. Handoff goes to Travion Samuel, cuts it back up the middle, still on his feet, bounces off a couple more tacklers and bulls his way inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Another big run by Travion Samuel, picks up the Little Caesar first down. 1st and goal for the Tigers. 1:07 on the stopped clock as they get the marker set on the far side. 1st and goal for the Tigers.
I think I know why Tripp's out there, because on that long pass play that was intercepted, I think Oliver maybe came up limping, little lame after that run, trying to bring that kid down.
And we'll see if they're not setting up in the victory formation. They're lining up with Samuel in the backfield. Trace Olden on the little shovel pass, tries to get to the outside. He's got some room, and it's going to be Olden in for the touchdown. Touchdown Tigers with 32 seconds on the clock. 50-26, Caldwell County pulls away in the second half of this one. 33 second half points last week, 30 this week for the Tigers, who are quickly gaining that designation of a second half team. Now it's going to be Blake Viverette a chance to tack on to a great night for this young man coming in as a freshman in backup duties. Hold down by Logan Smiley. Kick is up and good. And we'll keep this one right here, John. 51-26 with 32 seconds left in the ball game. Caldwell County with a big second half. And Bob, just a good half, or a good game of football between Jaggers and Parker. They hooked up 3 times for touchdowns, and I think it actually started to be a little bit of a fatigue factor. Trigg just could not keep up with Caldwell County's offense, as they had, what'd you say, 5 or 6 players going both ways. I think that started to become a factor late in the third quarter as Caldwell County started to pull away.
I think it almost has to be a factor, and you get a fresh back in there like Travion and carrying the power that he's carrying, and you just can't arm tackle him.
McCracken County comes away with the win over Henderson County, 36-24. Henderson falls to 5-3 on the season, while McCracken improves to 5-3. So Viverette will kick this one off from his 40-yard line. Caldwell County once again district champions. In their last year of 3A, of course, we drop down to 2A next season. Nice kick by Viverette, fielded at the 13, his deepest kickoff of the night. Trigg County takes it back up the middle, got to almost the 30, tried to go backwards, and Caldwell County trying to rip the football away. But he hits the ground first. They did get the football out of his hand, but not until he goes down on the ground. So with 24 seconds to go, Trigg will come out for a couple of plays, and that should be the ball game. They're going to spot this one, Bob, at the 27-yard line of Trigg County. And Caldwell County comes back to life after halftime again this week. And we'll have a big win over Trigg County. Callaway County beats Fulton County tonight, 62-28. Cam Jordan in the backfield, takes a low snap, brings it up, looks down the field, going to throw over the middle, complete, up to the 45-yard line. Tackle on the play by number 28 for Caldwell, Seth Slayton. First down for Trigg County out to their own 45-yard line. Clock running chains are set on the sideline. Jordan drops back again, wants to go deep. Well covered by Caldwell County. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete. Coverage by Barron Wells for Caldwell County. Stops the clock with 9 seconds left in the ball game. That was very good coverage by Wells on that play.
And the other pass that Trigg scored on earlier in the game, he had great coverage on that kid. It was just a well-thrown ball and threw it in the area where only the receiver could make the catch.
Yeah, the kid's, he's impressed us since he had to step into duty, the second game, I think, of the season. Kind of made a name for himself in that game. He's been on the field a lot since then. Caldwell goes into the prevent defense as Trigg lines up, only 3 rushing for Caldwell County, everybody else back in coverage. Quick hit at the 50 for Trigg County. Slips and goes down. It's a first down, but that'll be enough after they start the clock to finish it off. So the final here at Tiger Stadium, it's Caldwell County 51, Trigg County 26. We'll be back to wrap this one up on the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show coming your way in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. We'll have all the game stats and a look ahead to next week as we take the road to Fort Campbell, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580 and 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Coverage is brought to you in part by Morgan's and Lakeland Funeral Home, Princeton Drug Store,